5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And it's live.
This is Leicester Till I Die TV. Watch and subscribe on YouTube and listen on your podcast platform.
Good afternoon. I wasn't sure what it was then. Good evening, good morning, good night, good day, goodbye. Hello, we are back. Yes, football is back. There's been a few silly little games over the weekend, but it's the biggie. It's the biggie today. It's been a while since I've said that to the missus. So welcome along. Leicester City hosting Sheffield Wednesday. Sky would have been creaming at this match because it would have been Danny Roll's first game in charge managing his new team against his old team. That wasn't to be. That was not to be. Or not to be. Or not. What was it? To be or not to be? That's the question. And I haven't got the answer to it. But we have got, I believe, a better manager. Marty Cifuentes. He's saying all the right things, doing all the right things. Is he the right guy? I don't know. Gray, good afternoon. As Gray's just said, why can't any manager see that JJ's not a right back? I really don't know. I really don't know. Marty, if you're watching this pre-match, get Hamza in. You've made it. Well, we've got so much to talk about. If you're in, thank you very much. Remember to like, subscribe, and click that notification bell. Join in the chat. As you can see, it will come up in the bottom corner. Keep it respectable. No spoilers. Either of those things will see you kicked out and banned. And if you are watching on catch-up, as a lot of you do, fill in the Discord, add in your comments below. Really do appreciate it. Look. Some things change. Premier League no more. Championship now. Better football, I think. No VAR. Every cloud, as they say. Some things don't change. And that's my old mucker Tom. He said, Tim then? Tim. Tiny Tim. Hello, Tiny Tim. I'm Bob Cratchit. How you doing? Something does it. My co-host, as always, is Tom. I've not been awake long. Bear with me. Here we go. Welcome along. Tom, Tim, Tyrone, how you doing, sir?
Yeah, I'm not too bad, mate. Ready for a new season. It's like a first date, this. You're getting all messed up over your words over me, mate.
I'm nervous, mate. I'm nervous. You know, I wasn't sure whether you're the right person. You promised to wear a white rose on your lapel, and you have. Well, you haven't got a lapel to wear it on, have you?
No. Typical single man, mate. I've turned up in a football shirt to a date, so there we go.
Yeah, that's not bad. Can we just say before we start, and you'll see the information on the side there, we have a new sponsor cum partner for the Watchalongs, and that is BetMate. There's free entry, and you can go into a draw for a £500 cash pot. Look, it's betting, and betting isn't the answer if you've got financial problems at all, and when they say when the fun stops, stop. But this isn't betting like Leicester to get promoted 10-1, something like that. This is betting against your mates. So it might be me saying to Tom it's going to be 3-1. He says it's going to be 7-1, and we have a bet against each other. If you go on to any Leicester City, Leicester Till I Die social media, as in X, Blue Sky, or Facebook group, there's a code, or there's a link there, and if you click that link, it says to their end that you're from Leicester Till I Die, and it will put you into the draw. All the details on that link. It's a bit of laugh. It's a bit of fun. Let's go along with it. But Tom, welcome along. Sorry, I should have done that before I got you in. I do apologise.
No, it was very well done, mate. Very well done.
New season, as I said, lots of things new. As you can see, the layouts changed a little bit as well, in an attempt to try and keep up with the modern times. The gap above the badges is for the clock when it comes along. I've got to say, a bit of personal team news before we actually start here. Well, first of all, as team news goes, let's just say we are stood alongside Sheffield Wednesday. Yeah. They're doing their protests and coming in late, and I get that. They're still supporting the club financially by buying the tickets. But look, we've been there a couple of times, not with dodgy owners, but with going out of business and what have you. We said we don't want any club. I want to see Derby relegated. I laughed because Derby lost yesterday. But I don't want to see this. I don't want to see clubs go out of business. The lifeblood of the community. I worked in Bury for a few years, and I know what that club meant to the townsfolk. So we get behind the Sheffield United fans. Mr. Chanziri, if you're watching, 2 words to you, and the second one is off. And I'm sure everybody can guess what the first one is as well. Right. This is, I feel quite proud about this. I'm getting a little bit choked up. We have the Leicester Till I Die team. Look at that. Look at that. A rose between two thorns. Anybody, I don't know which way you're looking at it. Kate is the one in the middle. Let me put it that way. That's probably the most obvious one. But thankfully she shaved her beard, so I can tell the difference between her and Wayne. Wayne is the one that is the same height. And Tom, Jim there at the end, all the way from America. We're going to be seeing him soon. He's coming down your way. On the expression, you're going to be bringing him up to see us. We're going to have a night getting relatively drunk in pool, but that is the tall one. On Kate's left, that's the best way of putting it. And look, I'm just going to say, he's just sent me the picture as well. Let's have a look because he's just said, "Oh, I hate my phone. Fuck off."
It's amazing. You get to see how tall Jim actually is now. He's not sat down for once because he's a tall bloke, isn't he? Yeah,
he
Jim's on tour. Yeah, so it's amazing to see him over here, mate. I'm looking forward to seeing him next week. It's very good.
He sent the picture through saying, "All thanks to you, mate." Look, football's football. It's a community. We all, enjoy talking football. We do, we run different channels and help out other people, etc. But it's nice that through Leicester Till I Die that these guys can do this, and we've met somebody. We're going to be meeting somebody from America. Basically.
Yeah, exactly, Chris. Yeah, that's the great thing about the world, is about the things you have in common with people from all over the place, isn't there? Because we live in a world right now where differences are kind of emphasized in the media, right? But it's nice when you have stories about people coming together, like myself and you, even when we've gone back and, and then we'll hear, like you say, the word is community, and we get to enjoy this together, and hopefully we get to enjoy a nice Leicester win today. Unfortunately, we're in the office and they're out of the office having a few beers, mate. But, we'll get our revenge next week, I'm sure.
Yes, we'll crack the beer open later, I'm sure, and ours will be a lot cheaper than theirs.
Oh, 100%, 100%.
But no, it's great. I mean, social media takes a lot of battering, and we were talking just before we came live about things that are happening with social media. But this is the good side of social media.
Yeah, 100%. And it is out there, guys. And I mean, that's the sort of channels you want to get behind, in my opinion. It's always what attracted me to want to be a part of Leicester Till I Die television as well. So the fact that this is a channel where we try and promote positivity as well, I think is a really nice thing in the current social media climate. So positivity today, Chris. Leicester for a big win, are we thinking?
Possibly. We do have negative moments on this channel.
Yeah.
And you've got to... What you've got to accept, everybody, as well, while we're just on this subject very quickly, is that things we say are not always what we mean. We say things, and I bring topics up, and I make statements, and somebody said, well, you said the opposite last week, and it's for discussion. It's to create conversation.
Chris loves playing devil's advocate. Chris loves the devil's advocate just for the show, guys. Loves it.
I do. But if you don't, and we're all slightly going, yes, yeah, it'd be a pretty boring show, wouldn't it?
It would, mate. Yeah. We want to be like two old men down the pub, don't we?
We do. Look, I said the other week that whoever we hate, whoever we don't like, whoever we don't fancy, everybody gets a clean slate.
Agreed.
And not for the friendlies, because friendlies are one thing, and yeah, we do like to sort of discuss them and what have you, but they're not proper competitive matches. Although I have to say, beating Fiorentina isn't for everybody, Manchester United.
No, it's not. It surprised me, Chris, seeing that as well. Yeah, Forest and Man United really struggled, didn't they? So it made our result look even better, in fact.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe they had the better teams out. I don't know, and we probably never will know. But like I said, it's not it's not for everybody. But look, this is the start of the season, and this is where we look at everybody and go, "There you go," just to prove it. And yes, there is a spelling mistake in there. Opta it's just come up. Opta have got us third third favourite for promotion after Sheffield United and Bristol City.
It started shifting this week, Chris, hasn't it? Because I looked earlier and I found us at 12-1 still, and I thought 12-1 is a very good price after pre-season.
Yes, indeed. But when you look at those, I mean, just very quickly to touch on pre-season. Hi, James, how you doing? Hi, Scott. Hi, everybody in the chat. Sorry, we've been chatting a while. I haven't had a chance to say anything, but that's the joy of your comments coming up anyway. I mean, look, that looked good. I'm sorry. And at one point, Man United were actually losing to Fiorentina.
Yeah, it does, mate. It does put things in a better stead. And I think we're the harshest critics of our own football club, aren't we? I think anything you're less tightly involved with, you're always going to view it in the worst possible way. At the end of last season, I said, look, there is a chance we could do a Luton, because I felt that low about what we were doing as a football club, and we lacked that. We lacked any sort of fire to make a difference. Now Marty's been in for a few games of pre-season, and we keep hearing from the training videos, intensity. I've not seen us play intense football for far too long, and that's been the thing we've really needed, that injection of life. And I think you can see from these pre-season results the effect they had against a team like a Fiorentina. And hopefully today, mate, Sheffield Wednesday, obviously going through some difficult times, and also RIP to Morecambe. What a sad story that was as well this week, Chris. Obviously they've gone, so that was an absolute nightmare. But when we talk about bad ownership, but I think today, what can we do in regard to bringing that intensity to a Sheffield Wednesday team that should be able to give us the best possible start to this campaign, right?
Well, indeed. And here is, I mean, we couldn't wish for a better first game, could we?
No.
That said, let me remind you, and you'll hate me for saying this, we'd just been crowned champions of the Premier League. We'd gone off and we'd had a summer of, hey, we're the dog's bollocks, and this is us, and we're going to do well. And then first match of the next season, we were drawn against newly promoted Hull, who hadn't got a manager and had an injury list longer than the NHS. Yeah. And they beat us.
Yep.
So let's not take things too serious, Yeah. Think that it's going to be easy.
And that's the question about Sheffield Wednesday, isn't it, Chris? The question about Sheffield Wednesday is, what resilience do they have after the battles they've had off the pitch this summer? We don't know how that's going to transition. That's why we're all here ready to watch this game. They
are going to come with a point to prove.
They're going to be resilient. They're going to have their backs against the wall because they feel the world's against them right now. In fact, so I think that is something we're going to have to face. They've gone 5 at the back as well, Chris. Not got to their team yet, but 5 at the back. So they know they're in for a battle.
Yeah. And there's been some big predictions in the prediction league, so we'll come into those later. Starlarchik, well, he's going to be our number one. We've been linked with the guy that's lining up against us this afternoon, Paris, whatever he's called, or something. But the Sheffield Wednesday keeper, who is called very, very quickly Charles. There you go. I don't think what we've got now, Starlarchik, I always thought was the better number one anyway than Mads. So I'm happy with that. I'm not happy with Bekovic being the number two all season. I think he's a very good number three. And I think, coaching the youngsters like Bowser and even Starlarchik, we haven't got a football coach. And if he... if he can pass that on to the, Bowles, maybe he'll be that position at the end of the season. Do you think we need another goalkeeper? Because I do.
I'm going to say no, Chris. I disagree with you. I think we're okay. I think Begovic has played a lot of minutes. I think he can do a whole season if called upon. I think he'll be fine at it. I think his experience is good enough. Age doesn't matter so much when it comes to a goalkeeper. And the reality is, we probably didn't get the money for Mads we really wanted. We got probably just over double what we paid for him. But PSR is our main concern. We need to be in the green for the next X amount of years, in my opinion, in order to make sure we get ourselves out of that. And look, we haven't got a points deduction currently, so it looks like we're doing the right thing. So I think we need to sacrifice somewhere. Luckily for us, goalkeeper with Starlarchik's been ready to go, was the one place we could already just let something leave. You know what I mean?
We haven't got a points deduction yet, but if we do get a points deduction, it won't be for this season. It will be for last season. So, which is good, but I think we'll still get a points deduction, whatever we do in this window. We might get a lesser points deduction because they can see that we're doing well. But the figures they are looking at was the figures up to the end of last season when we weren't PSR compliant. So I'm expecting one along the lines. I was listening to, a QPR fan did a little bit of a recording for me pre us actually, confirming the signing. And he wasn't very complimentary. He did come in when they were in the shit, when they were in the bottom three under Gareth Ainsworth and were struggling. But he also said they cost us a lot of points. He cost us a lot of points. And he said if he's going to be your number one for any length of time, I would worry. But as a number two and number three, I can, he'd be good for that. If Starlarchik, let's say Starlarchik gets injured today, and for the second half, Bekovic has to come out. Yeah, brilliant. No problem. If Bekovic is then out for next week's game, let's say, I'd kind of be happy with Bekovic in for that. But let's say he does his ACL and he's out for 6-7 months, which, let's be honest with you now, I can see that happening. Don't blame me if it does, though, everybody.
That's the commentator.
I wouldn't want Bekovic in goal as our number one for that length of time.
Chris, and I agree with you on that. That's a very specific scenario. That's assuming if Starlarchik got injured, would I want another goalkeeper to come in then? Yes, absolutely. Because if there was another injury, like you say, who then do you call upon? The young kid, right? So I'd agree with that. But I think you can run with two with a third young one until something changes, right? And obviously,
you can't buy somebody if you're outside the window.
No, this is true. I see what you're saying, but I would still gamble on this for the PSR element of it more than anything else.
Well, what can I say? But this,
your opinion is wrong.
First
one of the season, you got it in early, mate. Well done to you.
I did. Again, Ricardo's captain, and that makes such obvious sense.
Yeah, it does. To me.
His first game of the season, as Silla would say, surprise, he's injured. Who knew? Who knew that could happen? I love him to bits, but let's get him out of our club and get a right back in that's not going to miss half the season. He's on 80 grand a week, for God's sake. If we had him on a pay-as-you-play...
Yeah. It'd be different. I see what you're saying, Chris, but the problem is that who's actually going to want him, right? I mean, that's the thing as well. No one's really going to want to buy him. No one's really going to want to bring him in on loan when he's injured all the time. So I think he's the right choice for captain. I think he's more behind the scenes. He's going to do his work. I think we obviously got Justin, Hamza, experienced players with lots of minutes under their belt across the Championship and higher levels as well. They can manage a group like this as well. So yeah, I think it's fine. And I think really anything Ricardo can give to us this season will be helpful. It's expensive, that help, in the same way to Daka being a bench option, right? It's expensive as a bench option at this level, but our hands forced, so we got to make the money elsewhere, like the mad sale.
Yeah. Scott, yeah, the pitchforks will be coming for me, and Andy agrees with me. We need a third one. Like the back four, Justin, Okoli, Vestergaard, Thomas.
Yeah.
I would have preferred Justin on the right and Hamza at right back, because I think he was absolutely awful.
You mean Justin on the left, yeah.
But maybe he will be used in a slightly different way, because this is 4-3-3, not a 4-2-3-1. So it's quite interesting that. So again, let's give Justin and let's give Marty a break for this game, see how it goes, and then see if it doesn't go well, how he adapts. But Vestergaard in, I understand it. I would have preferred to see Nelson. And look, everybody knows my thoughts on Vestergaard. I'm not a Vestergaard hater. But I've got to say that Marty Cifuentes has gone up 100% in my thoughts, because he's bench phase.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it, the back four, Chris? And like you say, the Justin experiment's going to be interesting because he's put him at right back like Rude has, which is always a big question mark for us. But like you say, one of them normally inverts and comes into central midfield. And I wonder today if that might be Justin over Thomas, perhaps.
Well, we say that, but we have not got just the two now, have we? We've got three.
This is it. Yeah, this is true. So maybe it is going to be slightly different, or maybe they're going to be for overlaps, which Justin is good at overlapping. He is very good at doing that if need be. So that'll mean Skip will be defensive with Sumare, right? And we've moaned about that in midfield too, but I think it's a decent back four. I think, like you said, Nelson would be my first choice if I could have him in there. But I imagine he's probably not fully fit. He's had a few injury concerns, hasn't he? So Vestergaard has done enough for me so far to prove, a great performance last time out, that the redemption arc might be on, Chris.
Oh, yes. And you've also, we've got Thomas at left back. Again, Christensen's not a choice because of injury. So I'm not totally anti that back four. It wouldn't have been my choice, but with who he's got available, yes, I can probably think. And Vestergaard gives you that bit of experience, doesn't it? Again, depending how he's going to be used, because we know he's got the turning arc of the Titanic.
Yeah, he does.
And he moves about twice the speed of a tortoise. So, those are worries, but let's see how Marty uses him.
Marty's playing into his strengths, isn't he? And that's the key to it. And I think he's doing that,
Yeah. The midfield, oh, good God. This is where
it could be worse. It could be worse.
Yes, it could. But I'm thinking, looking at this, and again, like I say, I'm completely ignoring all the pre-season games and what have you. But Sumari, they did okay. Let's be honest, we beat Fiorentina, so you can deep dive and say, well, sorry, they were rubbish, but at the end of the day, we won and we didn't concede. So
in that game, Skip got forward a lot more, though, didn't he? And one of them has to, which is the point we've been making for weeks, Chris, wasn't it? In watchalongs, and that's the thing. I don't mind seeing these two because unlike Skip and Winks, one of them did get forward in Skip and Sumari, which is the point, right?
Yes. Skip and Winks didn't work as an experiment.
Oh, terrible.
So, and I wanted to see that, and I will admit, what I want to see now is never them two together. Sumari, look, like you say, redemption door is open. Will he walk through it? Skip can hopefully be the one that maybe stays back to cut out any breakaways.
No, I think Skip will go forward, actually. But I see what you're saying. I prefer it to be Sumari, Chris, but he seems
he's the box-to-box one, isn't he? But Skip,
but he doesn't do it.
Skip like to go forward.
Yeah, Skip did against Fiorentina, didn't he? He took accountability because Sumari wasn't doing it again. So I think he's just told Sumari to stand there, which is what I would do if he's not going to do it.
Yeah, fair. And he's a big bugger as well, isn't he?
Exactly, he's a tank, yeah.
And of course, we've got El Canouse in there as well, sandwiched in between them. Now, usually part of the three behind the striker, but again, I like AU. I think if it's AU or Daka, it's got to be AU. And if he holds the ball up for El Canoes to come on to, that excites me. But so, El Canoes, let's make the most of him while we've got him, because we don't know how long we're going to have it for, you know.
Yeah, I'd hope we'd end up being very lucky now and he stays with us, because I think actually if we lost him, that might be a real nail in our coffin of having a real chance of winning the league, for example. But because he's that good, isn't he? But he'll be a free roll today. So, you know, Chris, you've been shouting for this. He'll be a free roll.
It's interesting, because either Fatawu, Mavadidi, or Okanus, one of them to have that free roll.
I think with this you can have a few of them. I think with this system, I think you can. Yes. I think El Canoes will score today. Bold statement.
It is a bold statement. Let's just see how good he is, because we've seen how good he was last season. But let's be honest with you, mate. You could have put you got a Leicester City shirt on. You could have nipped on the field and had a brilliant game with the shit that was being served up last season. So the fact that he was good last season doesn't really say an awful lot about him. Now, so let's see how he does in here.
Yeah, I think this season, Chris, really for him is one of those where I just think it's a chance for him to really bed in as a real talent, because I think, like you say, in the Premier League, chances are few and far between. He got involved in a lot of our games, but we still didn't do very well, right? I think this is a season where actually if he doesn't move to a club in the Premier League, he stays with us and gets maybe the 25 assists, the 15 goals from that midfield position, he'll become a right asset, wouldn't he? So I wonder if he should walk before he runs this season. Everybody do what Scott says there. Smash the likes button, please do. I want to thank all the mods that are in today helping us out. Remember, guys, just quickly to remind you, no spoilers. It will see you removed. AU, been a lot of fuss about him being number 9. Always not. Here we go straight away. You know, Jamie Vardy, is he? Why has he got number 9? I mean, for God's sake, it's a shirt number. It hasn't been retired by the club. Somebody would have it. Would you prefer Daka to have had it? You know, come on. No, exactly. I think it's a load of nothing. And also, Jamie Vardy's been known for many numbers in his career. It just happened for Leicester. Number 9 was his number. He was a 7 at other clubs, you know, so I don't think it matters that much. I mean, he will be the number 9 for that era of the football club. But Jordan A taking it, no problem, because I think, Chris, that was one thing you predicted right all the way back at the end of last season. You said, I think Jordan A will be leading the line at the start of the next one. No one else was saying it.
Don't be so surprised when you say that I was right.
No, I'm giving you some credit.
The surprise in your voice. I know what you mean. I did. It's not often I get things right.
It takes a lot on the platform to say something that everyone went, well, that might be a bit controversial at the time, bear in mind the season he's had, and then to actually follow through with it. So, fair play to you, mate.
You're a gentleman, sir.
Oh, yeah.
No,
that's going to win the league, guys.
That front three does excite me. We will... let's have a look here. Just waiting for it to go across the bottom. The subs there. Bekovic, obviously. Chowdhury, only a sub. Faze, yes, sub him to another bloody team. Nelson, Winks, Page, McAteer, Monga, Daka. On the whole, apart from probably Daka and Faze, that's a pretty strong bench. A bench that a lot of teams, I think, would love to have as their first choice.
Yeah, I think there's definitely pieces of the jigsaw puzzle we can slot in where we need to, can't we? And I think Marty's done that very effectively so far, mate. So, yeah, I mean, I think we're still in a luxurious position almost where we've got a manager in finally now who's going to make the best of this jigsaw puzzle to get the best out of them, right? In a similar way to Enzo. So we're going to see what that brings tonight, intensity being the word. These bench options, like you say, can come in and play a big part in that. And we still probably got 1 or 2 we could sell and still bring in 1 or 2 youngsters who are on the bench today. So hopefully it translates, mate, as we hope, into a pretty successful campaign.
We saw Wayne down there. I hope for his sake that Monga gets some time. He might be joining us after if he can get a signal, as will Kate. But yeah, it's to go and then Monga not play. I would find that rather funny, but I do hope for him that he does. Get your predictions in, like Scott says. Let's have a look at some predictions. I have to say, Tom, in the prediction league, on the games that we've had so far,
I've done terrible.
Not very much. You've got 4 points.
Yeah, it wasn't good. No, I went slightly over on some of the results, like Birmingham winning, didn't
Oh, no,
I?
in fact, no, sorry. No, that's Tom from Blue Tinted. You got 2 points.
Yeah, I thought it was less than that. I thought you were being
Yeah.
nice to me there. Yeah, not a good start. But
Well, I'm not going to go mad because I've only got 4. I started off really well with Birmingham Ipswich predicting 1-1. I was like,
yeah.
I'm in this season. And then I didn't get any of the others spot on. So,
Oh, Chris, what did we have for today? I had 4-0 Leicester today. I'm pretty sure.
You did. Get your predictions in. We'll go through some of those in a second.
Yeah.
You had 4-0. Wayne went 5.
Cool.
Shane went 6. As did Reese.
We look a very humble set of fans right now, guys.
Mark went 4. Doug went 5, and he's a Liverpool fan. Jack from the final whistle, he went 5. Libbo went 4. Brad was 3. Now,
yeah,
I feel like I should actually change my prediction, but I can't because obviously I've locked it in, and we locked it in when we did the prediction show, which as of next week we'll be going back to Thursday nights, guys, at 9:00. You went. What did you go for? 4-0.
Yeah, 4-0.
You went 4-0.
I don't want to change that.
I went 3-1.
Okay.
And I will stay with an asterisk why I've got them scoring a goal, because I thought Wout Faes was going to be in defence.
Oh, interesting.
So I put that 1 goal in there for him. But I think that everybody's going, for me personally, and everybody's entitled to their opinion, I think 5 and 6 is a bit disrespectful for Sheffield Wednesday. But I understand why people have gone for those high scores. Because, if we were to come out today and lose this game, I think we'd all be looking and going, bloody hell, They've got very few first teamers. I think there's a lot of youngsters in this bit. As somebody said earlier, Bannon, the captain, will be given a little bit of a talk into the team. Cadamartri, of course, is the son of Danny, who we used to have on our books. But there's youngsters in there. Don't injure the goalkeeper. Apparently, we want him. But they have got. What do we used to say about Leicester? Foxes never quit. The band of brothers.
Yeah,
that's going to be this 11 and the substitutes.
Yeah, that's what they're going to bring today. Yeah, exactly. And actually, Chris, it's not as bad of a team on paper as what it could have been, really. I still look at some ex-Premier League experience there with Valerie at the right-back position. Orfa's a good centre-back. Palmer's got experience. Chalabar's underrated. So there's a lot there. And Jamal Lowe was a championship wonder striker a few years ago, wasn't he? So, like you say, there is something there. The one thing I will say, going back to you changing your predictions, I'm going to laugh if Vestergaard scores an own goal to give them a 1 goal.
Yeah.
Bear in mind how you said you would change it for that reason, but I also want to quickly say
I didn't change it, and B, I would have sooner had Nelson in there from Vestergaard. Let me just.
I think there was also, Chris, there was a message in the chat. I think it was James Dunlop. I'm sorry if I get it wrong, or it might have been Scott. But someone said, Tom, are you going to make a wild prediction for this season? And I wish I could change my championship predictions, Chris, going into this game, because I'm going to do it now. And you can clip this for the montage of Watchalong's end of the season. I think we're going to win the championship. I don't think we're going to get a points deduction. So I think we'll win it. Bold statement, guys, to start the season, Chris. Over to you.
I hope we get a points deduction, because then it's out the way and we're not going to get it back next year or what have you. I just want it sorted. Just sort it out. Take whatever they give us and let's just get on with it. Because if we get it out of the way, if we beat it this season, next season it's going to be, we're going to get it this season. You know what I mean? Every season we go into it. And I'm just thinking, just give us a break. Hi, Hayden. Hi, Jeff. Let's just go through some of these scores. Scott's gone 4-1. Blue Fox has agreed with me. Like the cut of that man's jib. 3-1. Armchair's agreed with you at 4-0, as has Kyle. James has said we thinks we'll win and is an Everton fan. 2-0. And you're making we're looking at Grealish, apparently, Everton. So Gray's gone 3-0. And yeah, those are the score. 110 points was Scott was saying.
I think we could.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with my prediction. That is, we'll be in the playoffs. And to be honest with you, if we were to finish 7th, I don't think it would be the end of the world, because I think it would give us another season. Paul's just gone 5-1. It would give us another season down here. And I think Leeds have got the better chance of the 3 that have gone up of staying up, because they have 2 seasons down here.
I don't know, Chris. No, I'm quite happy to see us try and go for it again this year. I think the reason we're seeing a lot of these wild predictions, as some people might say, from a bit out of character for us from last season, isn't it? The 4-0s, the 5-0s. It's because of the word intensity, like I've mentioned now for the 3rd time in this pre-show, because that's the word Marty keeps bringing up. And it's the sort of game today you go, we want to see first home game with a new manager. What is the level of intensity going to be? So he's going to bring it. And I'm absolutely convinced after the Fiorentina performance and how we saw the shift after what was a difficult one against FC Köln, that I know that we can go on and probably really, really put a marker down today. If we don't, like you say, it's going to be down to the Sheffield Wednesday group's resilience. But I'm confident if we go for an Enzo style of what we did like last time 2 years ago in this league, I think we'll get similar results. So I'm actually more confident now because we haven't had the points deduction already.
Well, Opta, who we all know, obviously has, yes, he has blue, definitely.
Yeah.
Opta, who are the number 1 when it comes to stats and everything like that.
Yeah.
They do it for the Sky and the Premier League. They've used their it says here, the Opta supercomputer predictions as to where everybody will finish. Yes, they've got Sheffield United winning it. 41% chance of doing that, apparently.
What did I say about that, Chris? I said they'd struggle the first game under a new manager, and they got utterly hammered by a team that I put in the playoffs.
Yeah. Leicester, 2nd. Opta have got Leicester 2nd.
Yeah.
And down at the bottom, Ipswich, Coventry, Southampton, West Brom in the playoffs. Down at the bottom, they haven't got Sheffield Wednesday. Where have they got Sheffield Wednesday then? That's interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
This is a new segment of the Leicester Till I Die Watchalong show where Chris just counts random numbers for you all.
I do indeed. 13th. They've got Sheffield
13th,
Wednesday.
okay.
Yeah. He's got a smile on his face. Top is there. Right, I'm going to let you go because the players are coming out soon. Tom, thank you very much. I will see you at half-time.
See you then, guys. So 4-0. If it's 0-0 at half-time now, we've jinxed this massively, Chris. You realise all this positivity is a bit much for Leicester?
Well, this is the worry, isn't it? Yes, this is the worry. All right, mate. I'll see you at half-time. Thanks very much.
Guys. See you in a minute.
Cheers. Bye-bye. Right, here we go. So, don't forget, guys, get on to Leicester Till I Die TV, LTiDtv on Blue Sky, Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, and Facebook, and you'll find out about our new partners for this season on the Watchalongs, and that's BetMate. It's not betting as you know it, it's betting against your mates. Therefore, it's called BetMate. And there was a link that you could get up to a £500 cash pot you could win. So, get over there and check it out. Sheffield Wednesday, very, very empty away end, which they said they were going to do. They're in there having the drinks, probably getting another quick pint before they come out for the game. Hiya, Jim. How you doing? Lovely pictures, mate. Did you get to see Craig as well? There's still a lot of fans outside the stadium. Oh. Ah. So there's 2,000 odd fans outside the ground that are not being let in because of the 1,000 that have gone in who are not going to take their seats until 5 minutes into the game, and they are that's the most that you can have on the concourse for safety reasons, allegedly. So when these fans will get down, it'll probably be about 10 minutes into the game, I'm thinking. All right, let me just do that and then do that. There we go. So we're ready to go. And the teams are in the tunnel as we speak. You guys are enjoying the new graphics, by the way. We will actually soon have the have a QR code for you to sign into BetMate as well. Yeah, Scott, I've seen that. That's good. Carmaster, hello. How you doing? Oh, come on. I'm really excited. And I think personally, hiya, Stefan, how you doing? Say hi to Jim. Kyle Gray, how you doing? Nice to see you back, mate. Spreading new wings, but nice to see you. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. Armchair Jockey's in. Blue Fox, I think I've mentioned. James, got to be. So if you're an Everton fan, you've got to be looking forward to going into this season. You really have. Leicester in their new blue kit with no sponsor. So Stolarczyk, now they've got it as a 4. Sky have got it as a 4-2-3-1, which I thought it was going to be, but Leicester Mercury have it down as a 4-3-3. So read into it what you will. We've got Justin on the right, and he is captain, which again makes sense. Coley, Vestergaard and Thomas on the left, Skip and Sumare, and then Fatawu, Elkanus, Mavididi, and then Ayew up front. And then Sheffield Wednesday, I've got 3 at the back, Charles in goal. There's ourselves, Preston, I think, and Swansea are looking at Charles. 3 at the back, and then 5 across off. Well, it could be 5 at the back. We'll go with 5 at the back, but obviously goes into 5 in midfield when they play that. So 5-3-2, 3 with Bannon part of that, Shabola, and Ingleson behind Cadamartri and J-Lo up front. Not J-Lo the singer, although let's be honest with you, that would be probably a lot nicer to watch. You know. Hi, Dino, how you doing? Hello, Vicky and Paul. Come on, let's get this going. Let's get this party started, shall we? I'm sorry, the ticker's going off and it shouldn't be yet. I paused it. So Fatawu is back. Having his quick prayer. When you're smiling, it obviously means a hell of a lot at our club, but it's so bloody boring. We are a little bit behind, obviously, because of my link, so I do know that they have kicked off, but please do avoid any, because if I see if any of the mods see any, and even if it isn't meant as a spoiler, but you jokingly put, "Oh, we got a penalty," or you'll get kicked. And if I kick you, it's a permanent kick. So still a really empty stand, obviously. Sheffield Wednesday's end. We are quite a bit behind, actually. They're in their away strip. Sheffield Wednesday. They've just had the huddle. They're in the all white. And will it be all white for Sheffield Wednesday on the night? We'll see what I did there. We'll see. Leicester City are in a new strip. Like I say, no sponsor. Kicking from left to right. And, of course, we've got Sheffield Wednesday kicking from right to left in this half. We're about to kick off, and we're away. So, Lovely and sunny here. It immediately goes back to Charles in the Sheffield Wednesday goal, who boots it long upfield. Oh, and the first free kick goes to Sheffield Wednesday. Oh, you can tell proper football's back. You get a little kick and you go down screaming. I've got to say, for women's, I love the women's football. They just get up and get on with it, you know. So it's a free kick to Sheffield Wednesday. We're not a minute into the game. 2 players over the ball. Bannon's one of them. And it's Bannon left-footed into the box. Headed clear, but not very well. Sheffield Wednesday still have it. James kind of deals with it, but it's a corner, I think. So the first free kick and the first corner, and we're not on a minute and a half yet. So it's a high. Oh. Now again. Leicester looking a little bit unsettled. A long ball up front, but for Sheffield Wednesday, but it goes out. It's a good start for Sheffield Wednesday. Hiya, Johnson. It's the one shining light for Sheffield Wednesday is Bannon signing a new contract. The second corner. Sheffield Wednesday fans singing "We Are Going Down." That's a goal kick to Leicester. 3 minutes gone and Sheffield Wednesday have come for a game. Yeah, a little bit worrying from the Leicester defence there. So a short free kick, goal kick, but it's now out midfield. Ayew. Oh, bad ball by Ayew there. And it's putting Sheffield Wednesday back into the game. Oh, it's kept in by Sheffield Wednesday. That could have been a breakaway for Leicester had Ayew got his foot on it properly. But as it happens, it's back into the Sheffield Wednesday half, but it's with the opposition. And it'll go all the way back to their goalkeeper, Charles. I haven't, Dino. I used to buy all 3, and I've got to say, I can't afford it anymore. I'm probably, depending on what the away shirt is, I'll probably buy the pink one. Throw into Leicester. Own half. Halfway down. It's back with the Coley at the moment. Took the throw in from Justin, who's got the ball now. Plays it over to Vestergaard. Points the ball forward. Tight passing for Leicester at the moment. Leicester yet to really show anything in this game. Fatawu passes it back to Akoli, keeping possession. Leicester now with a good move. Oh, good move forward here. Oh! Thomas with a shot. That was a good move. And now a free kick to Leicester. That was a good move by Leicester. Sumari playing it to Thomas. Left-footed, and it forced the save. So it's a free kick now to Leicester. Fans are coming in. Fans are coming in. Of course, 5 minutes is gone. And Leicester fans are clapping them. That's nice to see. Leicester City fans there applauding their Sheffield Wednesday counterparts. We've been there, of course, a couple of times, so we know what it's like, and it's good to see that support being shown. But we're back to the free kick. It's been Ayew and El Khanous have been taking the free kicks pre-season, but it's Ayew and Fatwu that are over the ball. Back heel. Oh. Ayew had a nice little back heel. Fatwu's shot was over. Yeah, you could see trying to put a lot of bend on it. So Charles with the in bright orange kit on, kicking the ball up and into the Leicester half, and it's headed straight back at Sheffield Wednesday out for throw-in on the far side in their own half. And that's the thing with the long kicks up. It does mean that you might lose possession, but yes, indeed, Hayden. Fair play for fair play to them for clapping, kicking the ball upfield. It's 50-50 whether you're going to keep the ball or not. But if you do lose it, at least it's not on your penalty box line. Vestergaard with the clearance there. Actually looks reasonably nice, the new strip. I've just gone to 4-3. And the blue is blue, isn't it, at the end of the day? And I do like the new pink one. So it's going to be a long throw by the look of it. He's cuddling his balls, as they say. So it is a long throw. Oh, it hit the post! Oh, my goodness. Wake up, Leicester. Wow. It was a long throw. Don't know if he got let's see if he got his fingers to it here. No, he doesn't. Well, apparently he did. Well, first scare for Leicester. And I'm not, honestly, everybody's entitled to opinions, but maybe people that were thinking 6-7-0. Thomas bundled over. Oh, Thomas trying to Leicester there, battling away. And it's a free kick to Leicester. James Justin bundled over. It was a bit of a free-for-all there in the Sheffield Wednesday box. This is a different Leicester to last season. We're fighting for the ball. We're in the opposition half. This is a good position for a free kick. Outside the D. Justin walks away. Ayew's over it. And we do know with the corners that Ayew was taking pre-season. He's not bad on set pieces, given his chance. They shot the bolt earlier with the little back heel and shot, so I don't think they'll be doing that again. The referee just making sure. Oh, now there's a Leicester wall in front of the Sheffield Wednesday wall. That's what the referee was just counting out. Interesting. So Ayew, right-footed. Oh! Free kick. Straight at the goalkeeper. But there was a Leicester City wall in front of the Sheffield Wednesday wall. We've obviously been trying something without, and it's a free kick to Sheffield Wednesday off a Coley. We've obviously been trying different things on the training field, which is nice to see. Actually trying something different. Oof. LTiDtv came and got that. You know, Sheffield Wednesday, I've got to say, fair play to them at the moment. And they're on the ball in their own half on this near side. I mean, you know, if Martin Cifuentes knows his job, and let's be honest with you, I think he does, he's going to be... he's going to have expected this, you know. We know that Sheffield Wednesday would come out fighting. When you're cornered, it's what any human or animal does. I agree, yeah, Dino Gray, it does. Apparently you can buy it now without the sponsor on and then take it back in and get the sponsor put on for free. Yeah, right. Oh, now. Leicester breaking away. Into the box, but it's too near the keeper from El Canoes. He's done a new number 11. Yeah, I wonder if anybody would take the kit in to actually say, please put the sponsor on the front. It goes back to LTiDtv, who's made the one good save. Yeah, I didn't realise that. Most chances created in the Premier League last season was El Canoes. Long ball over the top. I think it's probably going to be too hard for Fatawu. Yes, it is. James, sorry. Justin, who went up there. Fatawu's harder to spot now that he's had his hair cut. Look, we know that they need money. I mean, everybody used to hate this FBS, but I think after a couple of seasons of that we've had with Pac-Man and what have you, I think we'd have FBS back. At least it doesn't look as bad as theirs did. Oh, Leicester win the ball off Bannon. Yes, breakaway here for Leicester, possibly. Yes. Fatawu on this right side. Oh, lovely. And he shot again. We're breaking very quickly, and that's good to see. Now Leicester got it again. Oh. LCWFC is going to get a corner. That was a bit. I think they're a bit surprised that they kept the ball there, but Leicester back into this game now. Like I say, Sheffield Wednesday started really, really well. So, Ayew with this corner on the far side. Again, he goes past the thing to Vestergaard on the far side to head it back. Oh, El Canoe's not far off with the shot. That was a brilliant effort, but it was a good corner as well because Ayew took the corner and it came all the way over. I mean, do you remember last season we couldn't get it past the first bloody man? This came all the way over. Vestergaard on the far side headed it back in, and it ended up creating the chance. Vestergaard coming forward. Oh, nice little back heel there. Oh, just a little bit. When he tried to get the ball back, the Leicester player, it was just a little bit too far in front of him. As a throw into Leicester on the near side. So far, Leicester have had the majority of the possession, just short of 61%. But our XG is less than Sheffield Wednesday's. Another throw into Leicester. Taken very quickly there by Fatawu. Skip. James Justin. McCauley, Vestergaard goes across the pitch. Leicester playing a very high line, but yeah, they are defending deep, Sheffield Wednesday, which shows Leicester pressing. %, in the last 10 minutes, 80% possession to Leicester. Which kind of just summed the game up. So coming up to the 20-minute mark, and it's Leicester City 0, Sheffield Wednesday 0. Sheffield Wednesday started the game very much on top. I think it was the fans coming in where it began to change after 5 minutes, but 5 shots from us, 4 from Sheffield Wednesday. So I don't get why we've got... Oh, hang on, Sheffield Wednesday down here in the corner. Can he get the ball across? He can! Ooh. And it's another corner to with the hitters on the break then, Sheffield Wednesday. .3% possession XG to Sheffield Wednesday. Okoli gets the clearance, but it's come straight back. Then it's headed out again, and now we've got a free kick. I think Fataru's gone down, holding his ankle. Cifuentes here. Looks like he's gone for the Ruud van Nistelrooy look with the polo shirt, but cut the neck off. Yeah, it's the way end that they just said there on the TV. It's the way end that are making all the noise. Fair play to them. Fair play to them. Showing good support for the team. So Leicester have it. Skip with a long ball across. It's too high for Thomas, and it's out for a throw-in just in front of the dugouts. I think you're right, Hayden. I think you are, because, you know, if we play like this and we are attacking, it's the only way they're going to do it. I mean, we're getting a free kick. That's what we're getting. But we are getting. What I was trying to say was we are getting to the ball first a lot of the time. Just everything we didn't see last season. Does anybody else watch this? Is looking at this with me here and going, why couldn't we play like this last season? And it's, you know, almost the same squad. Vestergaard, and it ends up back. Samare. Vestergaard plays it forward, gets it back from the player he played it to, was under a bit of pressure. Vestergaard plays it out. Tim Thomas on the left plays it in field. Couldn't quite get it under control there, Ayu, and it's gone out for a throw-in, almost equal with the penalty box on the far side. I have to say I'm very, very pleased with the performance so far. Hope that's not commentators' curse. So Thomas, who's got a fairly decent throw on him himself, to be honest with you, he's going to take it. You see it's a warm day, the sweat stripping off the players. Expect.com going all around the stadium on the advertising hoardings. Wonder if that's a sign of things to come. Fataru doing his best to win the ball, but he couldn't keep it in. So we're halfway through the game, just over halfway through the game, and it's Leicester City 0, Sheffield Wednesday 0. Sheffield Wednesday making a good fist of it so far, I'm going to say. I've got the new Sky Bet Championship ball. Okoli. No, well, whoa. I didn't know that. Everybody was kind of passing it to each other, but the ball was like never hitting the ground. It was like real training ground stuff, that was. But then the final ball forward was too long. The owner there, Mr. Top. Awach Srivandaranapapa. I can never say that. There's a very serious look on his face. Now Sheffield Wednesday. Oh, get the ball. Oh, they get the ball inside. 1-0. Sheffield Wednesday. One 0 to Sheffield Wednesday. Nobody gets football like Leicester City fans. You know, we're so much on top. I mean, it was a good move. It came to a load of players. Oh, may even have taken a deflection. It did. Deflection off Skip. Suddenly, the gloom is back. Do you remember me saying? And Tom said it right at the start. Were we getting too cocky? Are you trying to get back straight away? James Justin is arguing the fact that it should have been a corner, but it's not. So Chalobah scoring that. I don't think I can blame Skip for that, as much as we like to blame Skip for things. I'm actually finding it hard to hate Sheffield Wednesday for scoring. Free kick to Sheffield Wednesday. It's booted clear by the Leicester player from Matchday. Now can Leicester break? No, they can't. Oh no, he's kept it in. Fair play. That's a throw in. Bannon gets his foot in there. There was a player down. Wednesday sat in 6th place at the moment. I know it's early time yet, but 6th place. Still some Sheffield Wednesday players outside. Quite a few mistakes in that goal. Coley, Thomas and Samari all lost 50-50s. This doesn't look too good for Sheffield Wednesday, though. This is the last thing that Sheffield Wednesday need, to be honest with you. Looks like they're going to have to make a substitution. It's a very difficult, as it's made on Sky, it's a very difficult decision to make. Do you risk playing him on, and then he's going to be out for maybe a few more games? Take him off now, and don't let it get worse, because they're going to need the top players, aren't they? It's a shame that for Sheffield Wednesday. But it's the goal scorer that's gone off. Looks like his hamstring. But Fuser is on. That'll be a few minutes added on at the end. So Leicester now. We've got the free kick, in fairness. Now, how can they respond? Of course, we were used to, apart from the Fiorentina game, most of the pre-season games, we went behind. LTiDtv can't control the ball from El Kanous. Probably wasn't one of the best, but it's out for a goal kick. Problem is, when you're looking at the fact that you need goals, and you look at the bench, and you see that it's Daka, prove me wrong, Patson. The ball's up in the air on the far side, and it's out for a Leicester throw. Justin gets the ball from Okoli on the right here. Fatawu tried to get past the player, but gets a throw in. Justin's going to take it quickly. Back to Okoli, plays it across to Vestergaard. Can Leicester get back into this before half-time? Well, that was a very short one from Vestergaard. Put LTiDtv under pressure, who eventually loses it. LTiDtv had plenty of opportunity then, but we got the free kick. Thomas now. And that's out for a throw-in to Leicester. We're not getting the ball into the box like we were in the pre-season games. Thomas takes it quickly. Well, it's a poor ball. And it's up and down, and it's gone out for a Leicester throw. Cifuentes on his feet. Refereeing to get in the way, but Okoli gets it. James Justin back to Okoli. Okoli across to Vestergaard. Oh, El Kanous there took the ball well from Vestergaard, but again his shot was he's biting his finger, but there was no power or anything behind the shot. There is John, but time ticks. Time ticks. Taru on the ball. Goes back to Charles. Again, gets it back again eventually as well. Leicester, though, good closing down. Now LTiDtv goes down, but it's no free kick. He was waiting for it, but the referee didn't blow his whistle. He doesn't again there. Now he does, eventually, because it was a foul on Sheffield Wednesday, but they didn't come away with the ball. I'm sure if it had been in the Premier League, that would have... So coming forward again on the same side that they took the goal, scored the goal from. Oh, that's a foul. El Canoes was... Well, I thought he'd lost the ball very easily there and went down very easily, but we did get the free kick. 36 minutes gone. Leicester City 0, Sheffield Wednesday 1. Really? McCauley. Vestergaard. Skip. Oh, Trey tries to play it through there, but didn't quite get it from AU. The goalkeeper, Charles, boots it upfield, but that should be easy enough for a Coley. Makes a bit of a hash of it, I've got to say. Very quick free kick taken. Yeah, still looking a bit... I get what the woman is saying on Sky. Pataru keeping it in now. Running towards the byline. He's got 3 on him and he loses the ball. Skip manages to somehow keep hold of it and gets it to Fataru. There's too many Sheffield Wednesday players. And then Akoli. WWE would have been proud of that interception from Akoli. This wasn't what we were expecting, was it? Free. That's going to go out for a Leicester throw-in, halfway into her own half on our side, and it's taken quickly by Justin back to Stolarczyk. Cody forward. Ayu holding on to the ball. We managed to keep it, more by luck than judgment, I think. Goes out from Sumare. Ends up with Thomas on the far side, then to LTiDtv, who loses it again. We've got a game coming up Tuesday night. Join us for that against Huddersfield, I believe it is, in the cup. Now they break again to Sheffield Wednesday. Keep hold of the possession as well. They're breaking forward. Leicester have got numbers back though. Good defending by Akoli. Good defending. El Canoes. So, AU holding the player off. It's with Sumare. Thomas. Cross to Akoli. Finds Fatawu. Fatawu with a good cross in! Oh. It's a corner kick to Leicester, just our second of the game. So on the far side, this will be Ayo, I presume, to take it. I know, Richard. It's kind of pissing on our party. Oh. Not sure what the referee's done here. There was some shoving going on. Having a word. Have a word. Vestergaard, they was trying to pull Vestergaard's shirt. Vestergaard ran off, and Fatawu just got in the way, and they're holding again, Justin, and pulling him. Ayu with the corner. Again, it's a good corner. Oh! Good corner from Ayu. This time to a Coley headed. And Vestergaard just wide. Wow, that was actually... Oof. Oh, he tried to put it in to the side of the net so that he wasn't near the goalkeeper. And it was just fraction wide. Keep the faith, Richard. Keep the faith. It's a marathon, not a sprint. How many of these can I come up with? Remember, foxes never quit. Martis Cifuentes, having words with the fourth official, not too happy about something. Coming up to the end of the first half. They've had the more shots, but obviously they've had the one that's gone in the net. So the corner, but no, it's a throw in, a long throw in again. This time headed clear by Leicester. And he goes all the way back. Where's that going to go? Out for a Leicester throw. Wants it quickly. Taken quickly. El Canoes took it quickly there. Fatawu. Back to Akola. It was a good run by Fatawu. He's got El Canoes right-footed in. But it's straight to a Sheffield Wednesday defender who heads it out for another throw-in. That was very quick thinking by Leicester there. Is that a foul throw or what? Yeah. It's a foul throw. Yeah. Surely we know how to take a throw-in, guys. I think Coley thought Cadamarchi was offside. He wasn't! The throw again! Oh my God! 3 minutes of added time, everybody. That was close. That would have been 2-0 then. Easily. Now, those are the problem. Fatou or Mavadidi, neither of them really in the game. Very nice Sheffield Wednesday fan there, if I say so myself. The Ipswich Town, remember, could only manage a draw on the opening day. Southampton getting the win against Wrexham. It's a header into the box, but Stolarczyk gets it underarm to Justin. Leicester City fans are booing, apparently. I think they're booing at the back passing, to be honest with you. Oh. Abadidi on the far side. Trying to find something to get a cross in. He's being stopped doing that. Oh! El Canoes has a shot, but again it's a tame one. And it goes straight down Charles's throat. Oh, he takes a deflection. Don't think that is a handball. And there it is. It is half time, everybody. I'm going to go off and get myself a can of cider and water the plants, as they say. We're back in a few minutes. Tom will join us. Don't go away. We'll be back with the half time analysis. Here we go. Don't go away.
This is the Leicester Till I Die Watchalong show. Join in the chat and don't forget to subscribe.
Well, as Deck once said about Susan Boyle, you weren't expecting that, were you?
No, mate. The arrogance at the start for me a little bit got caught out, didn't it? Yeah.
You did say that, and I did remind the listeners that you said that at the start, that he could come back and bite us on the bum.
Yeah, rightly so. I mean, Sheffield Wednesday are going to get a account of themselves, haven't they? Let's give them credit first. Bear in mind their circumstances. They come out really well, and rightly so. They lead probably, so far. But, yeah, I mean, we lack balls, Chris. We lack balls. There's times, yeah, we're great guys at keeping possession. We've seen it a lot. When we got possession, fine. Are you any good at actually showing some desire to actually try and get a goal? Some quick movement up the top of the pitch? We just seem to be lacking by Sheffield Wednesday in that regard, who've done it better than us. And I'm glad the fans booed at half-time, Chris. I know people might think, well, it's a close game, bit dramatic, but the reality is we want to see the team try and do more attacking positive play. We know we can hold the ball up, but let's do it, guys, at 2-0. Let's not be doing it right now at 1-0 down, and just really being ineffective, Chris. We've put ourselves in a difficult position.
They were booing before half-time, weren't they, when the ball was being passed back?
Well, yeah, exactly. And I can completely get it because, look, we actually are good on possession. We're good with possession of the football. We had 70% of it for lots of the first half. But then as soon as Sheffield Wednesday had an opportunity, they had a cutthroat instinct, Chris, to go and score a goal. Have we shown that? No, I don't think so. We've had half chances, yes, but we've not shown a cutthroat instinct to take a real opportunity, apart from maybe Fatawu or El Canu, so willing to take more accountability. Still problems from the usual suspects, unfortunately, when it comes to taking that extra mile. They say it in workplaces, don't they, mate? We've all been there. What are you going to do today to bring the extra mile to the team? And there's a few players out there we've still got question marks for, in my opinion.
As Heather Small said, what are you going to do today to make yourself feel proud?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, good choice.
Getting me coming out there, Look, starting off, Sheffield Wednesday came at it, really. There were still 2,000 Wednesday fans outside. They brought 1,300 with them. Fair play to them. But there's still 1,000 or whatever it was outside. But they made a good start and nearly punished us. First free kick in the first minute, first corner in the first 2 minutes, and you're suddenly thinking, oh, shit.
Yeah, exactly, mate. Yeah, it was a little bit. But then I guess in some ways it was to be expected. And we actually rode that part of the game out pretty well for my money. It was what happened after that was a bigger problem. But yeah, he's on it already, guys. Here we go. It has taken 45 minutes of a new Leicester City season with crispy heads in the bottle. Yeah, it could have been worse, Chris. Like you said, after 2 minutes, it could have been 2 minutes you were cracking that open. But no, we rode it out. In some ways, it's to be expected they're going to do that, and credit to them for doing it because they have to put a good front for themselves, and you have to ride it out. But it's how you come out from after that. And I think 10, 15 minutes, Chris, we had a couple of chances ourselves. We probably should have taken the lead then. I think there was opportunities with a little bit more confidence, a little bit more, and I'm going to say it, a little bit more balls. We lack balls sometimes. We've got one or two players that show a lot of balls, and they're literally hanging out of their shorts, and the rest of them hide them in their arse, mate.
They're just showing the goal again now. Akoli, Thomas, Sumare all missed 50-50s that led to the goal.
Yeah, and that's a good point. That came up in the chat I saw as well during the game, and I can't remember who it was, and I'll credit you for this, whoever it was. But we do lack a desire to win that second or third ball. And we talked about it, energy, Chris, right? Part of the reason we were so terrible last season is technically we weren't a bad side. We just lacked energy at the times we needed energy. And the times we showed it in the second half against Spurs, we actually won a game of football. So I think more than being too, happy or cute on the ball, let's be a bit more chaotic, a little bit more energetic, and make sure we're bringing that. I'd be absolutely slamming him if I was a manager right now, Chris, because I'll tell you something, you'd think the fans are being harsh to you right now, guys, because you've played all right, because you have played all right, but that's the point. Playing all right isn't enough. You need to go out there and try and win a football match, and go out there and try and win a football match, and they haven't quite done that yet. So the warning sign is there, Chris. Now's the time to sort it out.
Well, the warning signs were there. They hit the post after 8 minutes. But yes, you're quite right that I think certainly all the fans thought this was going to be an easy walkover for us.
Because it should be, and they're not doing it.
Well, it should be, but there was, look, with the situation they're in, I would expect nothing less than Sheffield Wednesday, and I can't feel annoyed at them for going ahead. I want to. But as a performance, I still think it was a better performance than last season.
Oh, yes, I agree. And that's true, Chris. Yeah, but that's why I'm kicking in with some hard love now to get it to the right place now, early, right? It's like a bad kid in the first day of school.
Yes. I mean, 20 minutes into the game, between 10 minutes and 20 minutes, we had 80% of possession. But it's what you do with it, isn't it? And we weren't doing anything. And I have to say, Fatawu and Mavididi have looked, and I know John said that, but Fatawu and Mavididi have looked completely ineffective in this game.
Yeah, I think they've been a bit isolated at times as well, which has always been my problem with Mavididi when he's had a bad game in particular and given away the ball too much. I think he's been too much of a man on his own island, like Tom Hanks in Castaway. And we need to get away from that, Chris. It is more about the collective effort, isn't it? And this, once again, raises questions about Sumari and Skip. I mean, it goes back to what I'm saying. If we tell Sumari to stand there and be a brick wall, that's great. But then you look at the goal they scored with Chalobah and the space that was there, and you think, were we a little bit too defensive? We're a little bit too lazy in those positions. Can we really carry these passages by making them do less? I don't know. It's really difficult. Very, very, very disappointing in that regard, because I think there needs to be more work rate there still from Skip and Sumari in particular.
Yeah, I don't think Skip... I mean, I thought Skip make a couple of good moves and tried to get forward. Sumari, I really haven't seen anything of him to say much. I'm disappointed to see Ayew as well having to come back to get the ball.
Yes, I mean, that's a part of what we're trying to do with him, though.
It is, but again, you know, you don't want that. And like I said, they were booing towards the end, literally, because we were, when we were breaking away, passing the ball back. That was a little bit unfair because the back pass was a pass that was part of the move forward.
Yeah, it is. The problem is, Chris, is that they got 5 at the back, right? So they're going to now be incredibly hard to break down. We've actually going 1-0 down, put ourselves in a really difficult spot here. And I'll say this, I think the way out of it is actually not by trying to play through like we've been trying to be. I think we need to get more corners. Ayew's corners have been very dangerous. And I mean, if we're trying to play through defenders, why are we messing around? Get some corners, try and score a corner, get back to 1-1, and then they're going to have to play a bit more open themselves, because while they can play tight, we've got no way of breaking them down, Chris. I'm sorry if I broke up a bit there. I'm not sure if I did, but... No. Okay, I'm good. Cool.
I'm just looking, and I can't
Need to be smarter.
Yeah. How many corners we had, and I can't just find it at the moment. I mean... Tackles. We've made 4 tackles. They've made 16 in defensive tackles. Yeah, we've won 3. They've won 10, which shows that who's actually on top in this game. And I've got to say, on possession and everything else, as they always say, it's not laid on paper. I know, but we are the team that's on top. But on the 2 corners, two of the corners we've had, Ayew's got that ball in, past that first man both times. The first time Vestergaard was on the end of it and headed it back across, which is what you want. Get it back into that area.
Which is why Vestergaard's in the team.
Yeah. It didn't come to anything. It nearly did. And then you've got the second time, it was Okoli who was on that back post, heading it back in. Yeah, and Vestergaard came within a pubic hair of getting the goal in. He probably actually, if he hadn't hit it quite as well, it might have gone in. At least we've now got a corner taker and one of the early free kicks as well. Ayew, back-heeled it. We're trying, and then the second free kick I noticed, we'd got 3 of our players, I think it was, in front of their wall. Yeah, we actually look like we're actually trying different things in training. We've got somebody that's actually almost like you say a set piece coach that's going, let's get something different organised.
Well, exactly, and we got to make advantage of this because it shows so far in the game that's where we've looked most dangerous. I mean, it's either that, Chris. There's going to have to be a long range effort from Fatawu or from Matchday to try and break this team down. Because with 5 at the back, we're not going to be able to pass through them. We're playing pedestrian football, are we?
No,
we're literally going to be sat here at full time, going to be our fingers up our bums, going, well, it ended up 1-0, and Sheffield Wednesday could have scored maybe 2 or 3 more on the counter attack because they've looked much more better in the transition than we've had. But we've got to make use of these set pieces now, second half. That's going to be an easier way to get a goal back into it. And I think we can get a couple from corners, and I think we can win this game and then put them under pressure. But, mate, we've got to play to our strengths. And also, we've got to show a bit more accountability in that middle still.
Yeah. David Smith is in the chat. Is that the David Smith from Surrey Hills Community Radio? I asked myself. I'm sure he will say if it is.
It's certainly not a relation of mine, so nice to see you, David.
Yes, well, nobody would admit to that anyway, would they? Dave, are you watching it, Dave? I'm guessing you might be. If you are, say if you want to come on at the end, we've got you can come on and join us for the post match if you're watching it.
On, Dave.
And David used to be with us a while ago. He took he was quite busy with the radio station, so he took a bit of time away, and but he's joining us again. Well, on Tuesday nights on the Foxes Forum. But of course, David, I meant to tell you, there's not a Foxes Forum on Tuesday because we're playing Huddersfield in the Cup. I'd forgotten that. No, the David Smith, not any old David Smith. God help us. Can I just say that is David's? That is David's cousin, I believe. So that's why I was having a dig at him. Look, the goal very quickly. Players are coming out. The goal took a deflection off Skip. I can't blame Skip for that.
No, it's one of those where you're trying to make the best of a bad situation, but you never should have had that space in the first place. We ended up too defensive, Chris, somehow, and we should have 1 or 2 players out there watching him rather than ball watching, getting in the way of the goalkeeper. Jacob would have saved it if it hadn't had a deflection. He
yes,
was
I think he would have done.
So,
Simon Lawton, my mate, he's a no Foxes Forum, no David Smith, hurrah. Simon Lawton, have a word with your mate. He's a vicar, by the way, or a pastor, I should say. Have a word with your mate up there, Simon. What's going on? Come on. I thought, with you being a part of LTiD, I thought, well, we've got a direct line to him, and letting us down, mate, letting us down. Tom, thank you very much, young man. I will see you at full time. Fingers crossed for the second half. Hey, I'm part way to my prediction of 3-1.
You are, Chris. I think 3-1 might be the right result as well still. Get a couple of corners early, get it in the box. Vestergaard's your hero, mate. Let's get that goal. Come on.
Right, I'm going to let you go, mate. Winks is coming on.
Oh, shit. Sorry, that's a natural reaction, guys. My apologies. It's not even 9 p.m. yet. Why not? John, we need a goal. Come on, what's he doing?
Don't know who's going off. Number 22. Winks is on for Skip. I will see you at full time. See you later. Okay, so Winks is on for Skip. Don't know how happy people are about that. Skip did look okay when he came on. For one of the pre-seasons, he was going forward. We know he's got that in his tank. And I certainly wouldn't have swapped him with Samari because that would have put Samari and Skip together. Would have put Winks and Skip together. And as everybody knows, that isn't my favourite pairing. So we're away. Yeah, well, you can see from the clock, Prashant, they've just taken off. I don't know whether that's yes, you can come on, Dave, or no, you can't. Let me know and I'll send you the link. So Leicester got all the work to do now. Leicester obviously in the all-blue new kit that they've got, kicking from right to left. Sheffield Wednesday in the away kit of all white, kicking from left to right. As I always say, otherwise it would be a one-sided game. Pitch looks a hell of a lot better than it did for the England's women's game. So Matchday, Thomas, Vestergaard, He's been given lots of space. Takes a shot. Oh. He was given a lot of space there. It is an unfortunate name that Oliver Skipp's got, isn't it, really? Now we'll see what Marty's made of. What did he say at half time? You better be bloody praying for us, Simon. 70 people in, 72 people in now. Please smash that likes, guys. It's free of charge, and it just helps the channel. It gets us promoted on other people's home pages. No yellow cards yet. They obviously have hit the woodwork as well. Cadamatri there, or Cadamatri, whatever you want to call him, over the top from the shot. Again, we have to be careful with this breakaway. Vestergaard again is so slow getting back. Now Fataru's got the space. Oh, pulls it in, but we get a corner. That's probably the best field of play for Fataru. So Vestergaard, Sumare, Mavadidi, they're all up. Justin as well is giving people orders. He's just pushed Sumare somewhere. Fortunately not off the pitch. Now, can Leicester get the corner? It was a short corner. Oh. We are mixing it up. Oh! Mavadidi there. Good defending. Let's have a look. Oh. I think that was actually a hard one, I think, for Mavadidi. Oh. He had two defenders on him and one kicked it off the other one in. Thank you, Gray. AU, left hand up, corner on this near side. This time it falls into the middle of the box and is booted clear. Yeah, so the Leicester Mercury said that this was a 4-3-3, but it is very much a 4-2-3-1 again. Sheffield Wednesday going 5-3-2. So Leicester got a throw in, taken quickly, midway in the Sheffield Wednesday half. Remember, Leicester now kicking from right to left towards the Kop. If Sheffield Wednesday get a second at that end where the fans are, it'll be pandemonium. Vestergaard. Mavadidi. Oh, nice ball inside. Canoes was trying to find the space to make a shot. He can't, but Leicester still have it. Ayew. Canoes. James Justin can't turn on the ball, though, but Leicester still got it. Oh, all the way through. All the way through. Oh. That was a good period of play, but it led to a corner. This is where Tom said we were going to be getting our best chances. Is he right? See Coley up there. Can see Vestergaard up there. Both hands up this time. Oh. Mavididi with an air kick there. Of course, not his namesake, Ndidi and Hermansen, neither of them are on the pitch. You're getting the cheer for getting the tackle in, but it just ends up with the Sheffield Wednesday throw. But the fans need to start getting behind the team as well, I think. Got rid of the Thatchers. I'm on to Magners. Magners are watching. I'm open for channel sponsorship. I'm open to channels and show sponsorship off anybody, to be honest with you. BetMate are our partners for the watch-alongs, though. There's a link on the Facebook, X and Blue Sky pages to enter the competition there. Free entry up to £500 cash pot. It's betting, but not as you know it, Jim. No. It is actually betting against your friends. So a little bit different. Cheers, Gray. A little bit different there. So you're not betting as in 3-1 to win the game. You're actually betting against mates, against other Leicester fans. There is a link, like I say, which will take you through. Then they will recognise that you're from LTiD, and you'll go into the draw. Real football fans, real competition. That's what they say. That's what they deliver. So it's a free kick to Leicester now. El Canusi is going to take this one as a quick spit. It's going to be right-footed from him. Vestergaard! Vestergaard! Can you believe it? From the free kick, Yannick Vestergaard! Oh my God! The last person you would expect to score the goal, Yannick Vestergaard, and it wasn't even a header. Oh, goodness gracious! Oh,
Goal! Back of the net.
so 1-1. What the bloody hell? You gotta love Yannick. You gotta love him. Who was moaning about Yannick? Come on now, Leicester. Let's make this the start. 1-1. Stolarczyk gets it. Gets the breakaway going very quickly. Below Canoes down this left-hand side. He's got players up with him. Marinini, can he? Oh! They've come to life now, Leicester. Quick throw from Stolarczyk. Wow. This suddenly now, guys, we've got a game on our hands. So it's 1-1. Am I going to be having an orgasm at the end and playing my favourite video? Not the best kick by El Canoes. Why is he on goal kicks? Corner kicks, I don't know. Wow. This is back on. Jeff. We've got a vicar in now. We've got a pastor in the chat. You ask him for forgiveness for that comment. You cheeky devil. Oh, Simon Lawton, where are you? Come on. Have a word with Jeff. I mean, he didn't give it up for El Canoes. He went for it. It's 1-1, as you can see up in the corner there. Do you like the new graphics, by the way, everybody? A little bit different to last season. The first goal of the new season goes to Mr. Yannick Vestergaard. I mean, you'll never call it the goal of the season, but that was, for me, Fataroos against Fiorentina. They're just saying more quality on the ball with having Winks on the field rather than Skip. Gray, you're creeping, but I love you, mate. Thank you very much. There's a goal kick. Not sure what the delay was for there. Was somebody down? Taking his time, the goalkeeper. Headed back down. It's going to go out for a throw in to Sheffield Wednesday on the near side, halfway inside their own half. I've got to say, Richard, I'm going to say now that's a very good point. And the reason I say it's a very good point, because I was thinking that earlier. I didn't say it, but yes. Well done, mate. I would probably agree with that. The ball goes back to Stolarczyk from Macaulay. Thomas on the ball. No, Vestergaard on the ball. Back to Stolarczyk. The goal scorer, Vestergaard. Oh, lovely move again now by Leicester. Leicester now are up for it. Ayew there. Primetime Messi keeping hold of the ball. Winks on the ball. El Canoes. Winks. It's up, but there's nobody there, unfortunately, and it's up off the head of the defender into the goalkeeper. Bit of a good move there by Leicester. Bit of a good move. 1-1. 1-1. I'll say it again. 1-1. There you go. 2 more goals so we to get 3 points in the prediction league. Patson Daka is warming up. Like I say, everybody has, for me, a clean slate. You've got to do that. You've got to be fair. New manager coming in. Somehow Sheffield Wednesday kept that in, and it's back with the goalie. But you've got to give everybody a clean start and say, look, new manager sees different things. Giving the ball away there. And now it's going to be a free kick. Nearly broke then. Nearly broke for Sheffield Wednesday. But good defending. Sheffield Wednesday fans are enjoying themselves. You're getting the praise in early just in case, aren't you, Gray? So I know you, young man. Now, lovely pass from Thomas. Winks. El Canoes looking to do something special. Gets it off to Fatawu. Did it go out? Yes, it did, says the assistant referee. And it's a goal kick. This is the Leicester that I was expecting to see. Oh, I hope to hear it. I hope to hear it. Best to cut out the attack. We've looked a whole better team in this second half. LTiDtv playing a 1-2 there. Sorry, Fatawu, sorry. Oops. Oh, the Leicester player slipped. Can it be kept in? Yes. Well done, Fatawu. Showing determination to keep that ball in. I think it was Thomas that slipped. Now LTiDtv crosses the ball. Nobody there, and he didn't have to do that, but he's put it out for a corner. Safety, I suppose. Safety. Is it clean, Gray? Safety over anything else. Now there's another Sheffield Wednesday player down, holding his thigh. Valerie could be, was either pulled a muscle or it's cramp. Oh, the delay earlier that I didn't know. Apparently, the goalkeeper went down with supposed injury. Can we get to 50 likes, guys? Thank you, Gray. Thank you. I always have to ask with you, Gray. I'm never 100% sure, mate. It's good to have you back in, mate. I missed you over the summer. Bigger tins as well. Look, bigger cans. This is I like Thatcher's. That's my second favourite, but Magna's, that's the one I like. Don't let your son see that. Don't let your son see that, Jeff. Leicester City fan with a Nottingham Forest son. Done it went wrong there with his upbringing, mate. Yeah, indeed. Cheers. They've only just started stocking it. More expensive than the Thatchers for less cans, but bigger cans. So now is he going to have to come off, the player here? Referee is saying get him off. The time's going. That was good to see. We can get on with it. He's being pointed. He's being told to get off. There's Andy King. Oh my God, phase is coming on, everybody. Please. McAteer, and I might have seen Monger as well. Oh, LTiDtv tried to get a shot, but it was blocked down. But look, you know, got to give FaZe the clean slate. We're giving everybody else a clean slate. Winks now, gets the ball from Vestergaard, plays it out to LTiDtv. Oh! Oh my God, Thomas had a great shot there. Thomas went for it. It was a good strike, just a little bit too high. Or was it a lot high? I don't know, because this was about to show the ball going over the net. They put the Sky logo up. No, the players are sat down again. Oh, I do hope Monger comes on for Wayne's sake. Sheffield Wednesday, double sub. Valerie can't carry on. Oh, Valerie. That's two really bad injuries for Sheffield Wednesday. It's the last thing they need, to be honest with you. Interestingly, on their shirts, they've got the old owl logo. That current one they've got, which looks like it's been designed by 7-year-old kids in a competition, isn't on the shirts. It's the old owl. The referee's just having a chat with James Justin about something. And here come the Leicester subs. LTiDtv is off. And I think it's Monger that's coming on. Yeah, LTiDtv off, Monger on. Is he going to really now go? Okoli is off. And Fass has come on. And he's booed. Smiling though. They were just having the two subs. McAteer sat back down again. It was quite high. They have had the new squad numbers have come out though this week. Again, if you check on LTiDtv, Blue Sky, X or Facebook, or not Blue Sky, no, it's not actually on that one, but on Facebook and on X, you'll see the new squad numbers. Oh. Fatawu with a great run and ends up getting a free kick there. He went past about 4 players, Fatawu. Was that a free kick? Oh, yellow card. was certainly one of the Sheffield Wednesday players. If that is Bannon that's been booked, which they're saying it might be, then yeah, it looks like it's Bannon. Then that really is good, because it takes a little bit of sting out of him, and he's their main protagonist. So, free kick came back to Winks, and Winks was over. So we're into the last 20 minutes, plus obviously stoppage time. I was wondering, if you've got a shirt and it's got the old number on, and then they change the number, can you go in and get it changed free of charge? That's the guard, the goal scorer on the ball. Thomas. Monga gets it back to Thomas. LTiDtv and Fatawu, probably Fatawu just slightly the better of the two players. Monga's on this left-hand side now. Vestergaard taking his time with the ball. Faye's getting it into the box, but it's headed clear by Sheffield Wednesday. Only as far as a Leicester player, though. And they keep control, Leicester. So now, Winks out to Fatawu. Goes past his player. Crosses the ball. Just over Ayu's head there. Vestergaard manages to keep it and get it to Fass. Winks. Fatawu, that's a lovely ball through. Final touch, let him down. Definitely there. %56 attacking down Fatawu's side. So he puts it out for a corner, does Palmer? That's it. Now it might have come off Mongo, actually. So 15 minutes to go. And you know what? You've got to say who's looking more likely. Leicester. But we've got to be careful of that breakaway. Yeah, 28 Monga, that's his new number. He was 90 odd something last season. Sorry about that, guys. My stream just froze. So it's with Monga now. It's a red card for Bannon. Yes, indeedy. Wow, steady boy. slid into Winks. Let's have a look. Oh, let's have a look here. Oh, yes. So, yeah, basically, he slid in. He got the ball, but with the follow-through, he had his leg up and his leg went into Harry Winks' thigh. So, in a way, it's going from bad to worse for Sheffield Wednesday. Yes, they've got the point at the moment as it stands, but 2 players off injured, and Pataru is off, Makachev is on. Daka is on, and Justin is off. So I'm guessing it's a new formation. So we've got Daka and Ayu on. So it's a free kick now to Leicester. El Canus and Ayu over this. Is it too far out for Ayu? No, it's not! Good free kick from Ayu. It was an easy save, in fairness. Justin obviously has had missed a bit of pre-season, so keeper, did he keep the ball in the box then? That could have been interesting. Ayu and Daka combining. No, that was a handball. But it's given. I don't think the referee saw it. But the assistant gave it. Oh, that was an obvious handball. I don't understand why that wasn't a yellow card, but there you go. Clear handball. Exactly. Yeah, no spoilers there, as Grace says. Bannon now is shirtless in the tunnel. Ayew. Thomas. I still think of Thomas as like a teenager, and he's not. He's mid-20s. He still looks like a teenager. He must get ID'd when he goes for drinks. Ball in. Oh, no. Headed up, but not clear. Daka gets the header back. Ayew goes for it as well. Monga. Leicester keep hold of it. Samare. Faze. McAteer. Very quick throw in taken by Leicester there. The corner to Leicester. Attack, attack, attack. That's what we lack. Yellow Pearl. Phil Linnert from Thin Lizzy. Attack, attack, attack. That's what we lack. So Leicester got the ball from the corner. It was again not the best corner this time. It's floated in. Oh, Vestergaard got his head to it, but he couldn't control it. Yeah, no, you're quite right. And he also told Vardy to get out the bloody way so he could head or score a goal against Man United, I think that was. How soon we forget. 83 minutes, so they've got about 7 minutes and 4 or 5 minutes added on to survive. Can I see Leicester scoring? This is all Leicester at the moment. As Okanusa McAteer. Winks. Paz. Sumare. Thomas. Monga. Always looking to run at the box. Gets the cross in. Oh, just a little bit too far over for everybody, and that's going to go out. Whenever Monga gets the ball, he's always looking to run with it and attack the defence. Oh, come on, Dino. That would be the perfect start, wouldn't it? It's all been Leicester. 36 passes compared to Sheffield Wednesday's 1 after the red card. Leicester has got to be careful of that breakaway, though. Second throw in a row for Wednesday. Yeah, long throw in coming here. Headed clear by Vestergaard, only as far back as Ingleson, who, oh no, I thought he was going to let that out for, oh no, Leicester, Ayew and I think, not sure who it was, down that far side, managed to get the ball off him. Vestergaard rides the tackle. Oh, he's got past two, Ayew. Oh! Oh my, fuck me. It's okay for a call. We're trying to do everything here but score. It was a good header, in fairness. One-handed save from the keeper. Daka slightly off balance. Yes! Foul phase! I told you he was a fucking good player! Unbelievable! Unbelievable! Foul fucking phase! Unreal! Oh my goodness gracious me! These strikers! That wasn't too quick, LCFC. 2-1. Let's have a look at that goal from the corner. Phase was unmarked. I wasn't sure that it had gone in at first, but it has. Oh, Cifuentes and calm. Well, they're doing anything but remain calm. And it is Leicester City 2, Sheffield Wednesday 1. And then after a penalty, but it's not going to happen. Let me catch up, please. I've no idea where I am.
Go! Back of the net.
This is the difference between Ruud van Nistelrooy's Leicester City and Martin Cifuentes' Leicester City. Unreal. Unreal. Wow, 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 wow. How would we react? Come on, Leicester, one more goal and I get me 3 points. Not that I'm greedy or anything, you understand. So it's 2-1 to Leicester. Now we might not need too long a stoppage time, please. I missed your chant. I'm sorry, Gray. Can you repost it? Elkanus. Oh, didn't quite. Oh, Winks. Got man. Ayo. Oh, what a shot from Ayo. That stung the goalkeeper's hands. What, you've left early, Dino? Sophie. 9 minutes. 9 minutes of added time. I mean, there was a lot of stoppages, I've got to say. We've had a lot of substitutes in this half. But 9 minutes of added time. Please, Leicester, look, just be sensible here. Be careful of the breakaways. Come on, Daka to get a third and me to get 3 points. Come on. Come on, Leicester. Ivan. Hey, Vestergaard. Always been my love child. About phase. I've got to say, fair play to him. Fair play to him. I did say right at the start, and I've said on a couple of shows, that everybody starts with a clean slate. Monga now. Leicester now can just take the time. Winks on the left. Do Leicester deserve this? Yes, I think they do. Oh, Monga. Ayo, another shot. And Leicester come again. But nobody in the middle. Not said that for a while. Well, I spent more time at Leicester than Cody for the season. Oh, Gray, come on! I missed the chant, mate. Tell me what the chant is. Yes. I mean, had we been 1-0 down under Rude, would we have come back? Oh, Canoes, how did he miss it? So, if this is the goalkeeper that we are going to be looking at buying, have I missed the chant? Have I? Have we used all our substitutes? Yes, we have, haven't we? Faze, Daka, Winks, Monga, and McAteer. So we've got no substitutes left. Sheffield are making a couple of substitutions now. Ah. Oh, Thomas with the through ball there. Sorry, I have, like, as you know, I've got this screen on for the filming. I've got the TV screen on there. I've got another screen there and another screen there. My eyes are everywhere. Prashant, yeah, I mean, we've been linked with him. Swansea have been linked with him, and so have Preston. But there was a Leicester site this morning, no different to me, so I don't know how good the sources are. I would have to say probably not that good, saying that it's Leicester's the club he wants to come to. So I don't know. Too many monitors indeed. Actually, one of them I don't use for the show. One of them is for the radio, when I do the radio, but then I'm not using the TV. So it's always 3 monitors I'm using. And that one's just for a bit of porn if I want to, at any point, if the game gets boring. Now, Leicester, it's an up and under. And you kept it in, but it's now Faze. Goes back to Slot. Cheek! Oh, he has to put that out. Better safe than sorry. Everybody virtually up for Sheffield Wednesday. Long throw comes in. Headed clear. Ayu doing his defensive duties at the back. Oh, Canoes there. I'm getting to that, he says, and I'm going to boot it up the field. I don't give a fuck where it ends up. Next week, Wrexham West Brom are live. Saturday morning, 11 a.m. That will start on Sky. There's the 11:30 start for Ipswich Southampton. That's not the kickoffs, obviously, that's the start of the match. We're not actually on the telly next weekend. It's one of the few weekends we're not on the telly. We're playing... Vestergaard got a foul there. Well done, sir. He went up for a header. Could have gone either way, that. A bit worrying, but no, Vestergaard sat down. I think he's okay. Yeah, one of the few weekends we're actually not live. We're playing Preston on the Saturday at 3 o'clock. Enjoy it, guys. Monga looking for support. Looks like it's just 1 point coming my way, but 3 points for the club. It's early days, I know, but as things stand, Leicester are in 4th place. That's a free kick to Leicester. The supporters and Cifuentes applauding the Leicester number 8 there. It's like we've got a corner. El Canous is over. Just keep it. I think McAteer is saying keep it there, which he does. Oh, McAteer, though. Nice turn of pace from him. Oh, tried to tee up Ayew. It didn't quite work off. But then it all goes through. I think we're just playing out time now. Leicester, one last chance maybe with Ayew. Oh, he shoots! And it's a good save again from Charles. That could be the last. There's a corner on the other side now. How much longer is the referee? He's not! There it is! Full time! Everybody, we've won! We've won! 2-1! That's the new season underway. That's the new Marty Cifuentes season. We will be back. Thank you very much. I'm off to, you know what, and I'll be back in a few minutes, joined by who knows who. And we'll be doing the full-time or the post-match. And it's a nice one to talk about. 2-1. 2-1, guys. We'll be back in a few minutes. Don't go away. Don't touch that dial. We will be back. Okay?
This is the Leicester Till I Die Watch-Along show. Join in the chat and don't forget to subscribe.
Hello! Yes, it had to be. It had to be. Let's bring the guy with no hair in. Hello. Whoa. What I mean, Vestergaard and FaZe, who needs Jacko and Ayu?
Mate, what can we say apart from redemption arcs, redemption voyages, the SS Vestergaard, the SS FaZe? They're both well being underway right now. What a second half. Well done to them both.
Okay, I'm going to start with this one question.
I knew you were going to get the wig out. I knew you were going to get the wig out.
Well, I didn't want to disappoint you, and I think it's the least of me saying, and it was either this or eat some humble pie. But in fairness, I did say, did I not, during the pre-match, that everybody gets a second chance.
100%, mate. And I owe Yannick Vestergaard a massive apology right now, because what did I say on a few shows ago? But he said in a tweet that he wanted to make sure that he could help Leicester City get back to the Premiership. And I said in response to that, the best thing you could do is leave the football club. And he shoved it right down my throat today, and rightly so. And thank you very much, Yannick. I'm happy to eat poo and like the taste of it. Evening, Brad. How are you?
Oh, it's lovely things to hear, and lovely to see that Wild FaZe made you grow hair back, Chris.
I've got to.
Yeah, I was going to say, don't worry, you're not going to get forgotten about your hatred towards our lovely Wild FaZe. Whoop, there it is. Whoop, there it is.
I don't exactly remember you being his bum buddy.
I preferred him more than you did. Oh, yeah, see?
I'd played him over Vestergaard today, and both of them proved me wrong.
I'll tell you what, all three centre-backs seem very impressive. I liked Coley. He obviously put the right coloured boots on compared to what Rude thought, so happy days.
I mean, let me come to you first, Brad, because you're in here. Would that have happened under Ruud van Nistelrooy having gone 1-0 down?
Oh, that's a serious question. No, it wouldn't. We would have given up. We'd have started fighting with each other. We'd have started throwing our shoulders. We'd have started going, oh, look, Wild saves space. I like that. That's clever from Sky. I've just seen that headlines at the end there. That's clever. Yeah. But no, Chris, we wouldn't. We wouldn't have. We just wouldn't have. You saw it, Chris. Every time we went 1-0 down, it was like, well, we went 14 minutes before we lost the game, or we went 36, or whatever minute it was. An opposition scored past it. It was how long we went before we lost the game. So not a chance.
Would you agree with that, Thomas?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's funny, coming into this game, mate, I thought the thing I wanted to see was a 4-0 Leicester win, right? But ironically, after coming out of this game, I think I actually wanted to see us do this instead, which is to go 1-0 down and finally show a bit of bottle, a bit of resilience to come back and win a game of football. So actually, it was better than winning 4-0 because we were literally looking a little bit flaky at points in the first half. And to come back and then to show what we need, a bit of bite, a bit of desire, a little bit of accountability from a lot of players who've had a lot of bad storyline so far with his football club. I mean, Woot got booed when he was coming on the pitch, lads. He was getting booed. Yeah. And like his answer to it was, I'll score a goal. And if he was clever, mate, all you've got to do now is come out and say, guys, that, I appreciate the boos because I haven't done what you expected of me so far. But today is the first step. And like Brad always loves, redemption arc is back.
Sorry, I'm just trying to keep up with Brad there, which way he's going. Look, we said at the start, Brad, and it's very, very true, is that every player started with a clean slate for me. I've said this numerous times. Forget the pre-season. I don't care if you play bad in the pre-season or whatever. I'm going to have to take this off in a minute. It's making me sweat. When it comes to the season, this was it. And this was where the line is drawn and we all go over that line. Now, we're going to do the review show, tomorrow. So we'll go into each player's individual performance. But I mean, I was surprised at some of the players that went off, but overall, the Cifuentes masterclass.
Yeah, it really was. It was a very good sneak peek into what Cifuentes is all about. For those that maybe haven't watched any of his videos, or especially the tactic video that he's done, you've got a very good sneak peek into it, because there wasn't like for like changes to a degree, Chris. I know there was at half time, but I mean, when you put a giant skip out on the pitch, you kind of need to take the trash off and put the winks on. You see what I did there? See what I did? Still not enamoured. Still not enamoured. At least one of my boo boys is justified coming off at half time. But no, you saw a different side to Leicester. And again, I'll go into it more into what you may have missed or maybe not really actually noticed on the review show. I'll save it for my tactics. But there were some very clever little niche things. And can I just say, set pieces, goals. What? That hasn't been a thing since the 90s with Leicester. That's it. No. Set pieces equaled goals today for Leicester, and it was something you love to see.
I mean, look, are you both sat down?
Yes.
Oh, I'm in bed, so I'm sat on my bed, so I can lie down if you say something good.
Do I need to worry about breaking a second chair, Chris?
I would be worried. Have you not moved, Brad, or have you moved?
I have. I'm in my new place, which is why I'm on my phone.
Right. Not a problem. No, I wasn't sure whether you'd move. Well, hope it went well. Right, sit down, guys. Whatever you sat on. Leicester City's XG for this game. Are you ready? Drum roll. 2.42.
Wow.
I mean, I think if you added all our XGs up from last season, we wouldn't have got to 2.42.
I mean, it's impressive, isn't it? In a way.
What I find interesting about it, boys. Sorry, Brad, I didn't know you finished speaking, but no, I was quickly saying what I find interesting about it is how quick Marty learns, right? In the first half, we saw the challenges we were facing. Second half, like you said, Brad, more set pieces. You know, that was obviously a way into this game, and we took advantage of it. Under Rude, we didn't get that, apart from the Tottenham game, where they literally gifted us an opportunity, right? We did it on our own backs today. It's much more positive progress. And back to you, Brad. Sorry for interrupting.
No, I was going to say, unfortunately, as good as that stat sounds, I don't really still fully understand how XG's worked out. So it sounds good, and I'll take your word for it, Chris. But yeah, it's, again, spot on with what Tom was saying. You know, they've clearly, and if you've watched any of the pre-season games as well, you would have seen the way they scored goals. I mean, I know you had one that he freaked in from a corner that he took himself, but they have clearly. He's clearly looked at the squad and taken Rude out of the equation and just looked at maybe seasons gone by and not worried about last season because that was just its own little universe. And maybe he's gone, Leicester had one season where they scored a few goals from set pieces and then couldn't get it together again. That's something we really need to hone in and focus. Sorry, I've just looked up from the telly and I've just seen Wild Faces celebration giving it all that to the crowd. I think he said that's.
Yeah.
I think he said that's for you, Chris. That's for you, you fucking knobhead.
No, because this season I've given him the chance to. And if you want to talk about love children and how they're doing, we'll come on to Samari in a minute. Don't you get too cocky with me, young man. At half time, first of all, at half time, Tom, you said we need to take more advantage of our set pieces. Yeah. AU came off the corners and El Canus went on.
Yep.
I'm going to criticise because we scored from a thing, but it was almost like you've just said, Brad, it was almost like we've said, hang on, we need to do something with these set pieces. And I kind of touched on this at half time. There was so much different. I mean, I must have seen 4 or 5 different things there.
Yeah, well, that's the point, Chris, isn't it? Because in the Premier League, we literally offered nothing. There was no point in winning a corner because we knew the outcome. It would be cleared away. It wouldn't get past the first man, and then we'd be trying to defend again. So there was no point to it. And it was something we desperately had to improve. We've been shouting about it on this channel for nearly a year now, saying this was something that needed a priority, right? And today, excellent. And like you say, they changed it up. Ayew is really good at putting in the deep corners. El Canus is better with shorter options, and we added some shorter options. Variety is the spice of life, isn't it? And I think that has made a massive difference. It made it much more harder for teams to defend against that. And when teams are going to put 5 at the back against us, which a lot of them will this year, we need to have that. You've got no choice. Life forces your hand and shows you the way. So I'm really happy that we took advantage and actually showed a bit of accountability for it and actually did some good stuff today. Yeah.
Dave, do you want to come on? Let me know. I can whiz the link over to you. I don't know what rage is going on about there, but I've just edited and I've just cut off the Twitch lead. Is it called Twitch or is it called Wankers Are Come Here? Because that's all that seems to be on Twitch.
Didn't even see what he said. Didn't even see it.
I can see it. Yeah, I've hidden it now though. But you didn't see what he said. No, it was. Yeah, I've seen worse, but then again, like I say, he's on Twitch, so he's obviously a wanker. Jess said she nearly went 2-1. Well, I nearly went out with Mila Kunis, but I didn't. Do you know what I mean? Nearly didn't, could have, didn't. No, so sorry, Jess. Right, let's get into the thing of this because Brad, yeah, you weren't here sort of at half time, but we said at half time that I've forgotten what was. I'm still looking at the thing there. The Sheffield wins. Some people were going 4-0, 5-0. Can't remember what you went, mate. 6-0. Somebody went 4. You went 3-0. Yeah. But I mean that I can understand. I went 3-1. But it was never going to be that easy, was it? Sheffield Wednesday was. You know, they came for a fight. They had the reputation to think of as players, and they didn't make it easy for us in that first half.
No, they didn't. They clearly had a game plan to try and nullify what they... And again, first game of the season, you kind of have to logically guess how they're going to go about it in opposition. And, you know, for those of you that watched the preview I did with a Sheffield Wednesday fan, who was brilliant, by the way, go and check. I know the game and everything's finished. Go and check it out. I reminded him and sadly our support base and Chris, because he had to monitor and watch it due to technical issues. But I brought up the season after we won the Premier League and we played a Hull City side, not in the same for the same reasons, but not too dissimilar. Very few first team players. Was going to have to field a few youngsters. Only just came up, and they want to beat us 2-1 on their own ground. And on another day, if that game had continued in the manner it was in the first half, you could have seen the same outcome. So it was never going to be an easy game, which is why I kind of went 3-0, because I could have, as much as I could see us winning the game because of the circumstances, I could also see typical Leicester turning up. So I didn't. When I saw some crazy predictions, I was thinking, well, you're guaranteeing yourself a point. 99% guaranteed a point there, but you're not going to get that many goals.
Yeah.
And I felt like the crowd expected that as well, Chris, with the halftime boos, which is just ridiculous. You've got to see what this team and the manager's salt is worth, and he proved it in the second half of how he changed things up.
Yeah. Gray says he had to throw a Leeds tosser out. Well, that's what they all do, isn't it? I'm just waiting for Dave's in, but his device is not connected. Is he about to connect? No. Yes, he is. There he is. The man, the myth, the leg end. That is Dave. Hello. Long time no see, sir. Welcome along. How are you doing?
Boys, you're looking well.
One tries, you know.
You don't look so bad yourself, Brad, either.
Haven't had what, sorry?
Brad don't look so bad either.
Oh, thanks. Thank you, Tom.
You two want to move? Sorry, Tom, you're just fucking ugly. That's what he's saying.
It's great to 3 points.
It's radio. It's fine.
We all have, mate. We all have. Dave, you were saying, I mean, FaZe was booed. Was he booed at the end? Or he was booed when he came on, wasn't he?
Yeah, I thought they were saying woot, but obviously it was booing, yeah. But when he went off, he just walked straight off.
You can't blame him though, Dave, can you? In fairness, I mean, look, you know, I'm not Rout's biggest fan, and a lot of people have said before, are they booing or are they saying Root? You know, it's hard to tell. But like I said, every player for me, starting today, gets a clean slate. You know, the line is drawn, and that includes Vestergaard, includes Root, includes Samari. But no way would I ever. And at the end of the match, if you want to boo, that's your time to boo. Never boo a player when he's coming on.
Well, I never boo a player anyway because I hate that. But I thought he showed a bit of disrespect considering how lousy a season he had last year. I thought he could have.
Yeah, but was he not disrespected with that? You know, I mean, I see where Chris is coming from. I think he was disrespected. Mate. So
totally, but you know what sort of supporters we've got at times, don't you?
Yeah,
you know, all you have to do is sit in the away game end and when we go away and listen to them. Then, I mean, they've got no idea, some of them. So it's not surprising.
No, I would say I don't. And the funny thing was, and I did make a note that he was booed when he came on, but he had a big smile on his face. In fairness, and I hope that turns round. Look, if a player has a stinker, fair enough. I get it.
I just wondered if he was on his way. You know.
Well, yes,
he gave me that impression. You know that he's on, so he's going to play for his transfer, but he's not sticking around.
No, he's definitely not. Definitely not. Well, if rumours are to be held, I mean, what they said on the Sky was very good. Is that, you know, is the fact that 2 players that scored will be 2 players that might not be here at the end of the season, Tom.
Yeah, very true. I was just thinking the same thing. I was thinking it's interesting, but I mean that's thing I was mentioning earlier on at the first part of the watch along today, and that's the point of look, we are quite lucky because irrelevant of how well certain players performed, if they're in the fan base's best, you know, graces or not, they are decent players for the Championship. So we could afford to lose a Vestergaard, we could afford to still lose a phase with Nelson on the bench, with Aluko looking so good in the academy, with other players like Page coming forward, right? So I think that's the only good thing about this. And look, some people in life, Chris, need to think the world's against them to really maximise their potential. Maybe Wheat Phase is one of those. And if this brings the best out of him, and it means we've got a bit of a banterous relationship with a player where we boo him, but then he shoves it down our throat and he does the best he can for the football club, we all kind of win. Some comedians are like this. The world isn't black and white, it's multicoloured. So I think that's the interesting thing about it. And fair play to him for doing it. And once again, same thing I said about Vestergaard. Make me eat crap and like the taste of it, boys. Make me do it. And today both of them did, and thank you for the 3 points, lads.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing, isn't it? The best way to prove the fans wrong is to go out there and do it on the pitch. I didn't think when he came on, even up to the goal, that he had a particularly bad game. But in that first half, I mean, let me ask you this, Dave. Sorry, because I asked Brad and I asked Tom this earlier. Last season, if we'd been right there and Rude was still in charge, 1-0 down, would we have come back and won it?
Absolutely no chance.
No.
God, we wouldn't have even got a shot on goal.
Funny thing was, though, Brad, is that they could have been 1-0 up before the fans had even come in the stadium. You know, they had a free kick in the first minute, a corner in the second, and then the fans came in. But they had a really good start to the game, and I really do hope they managed to survive this sort of shit owner that they've got.
Yeah, it was. It was a very nervy start, and I think for the first, you know, I mean, we had probably like a 5-10 minute period in that second half, but I think for the majority of that first half, we kind of let the occasion get to us a bit mentally. Yeah, our passes were a bit wayward, we're a bit sluggish on the ball, and you could tell it was something I said for most of this week. I said, thing is, Sheffield Wednesday, given their situation, they literally have nothing to lose and everything to gain. And at the end of the day, if you're going to lose against a team that surprisingly isn't one of the favourites, but realistically, let's face it, with our squad, is going to be up, barring a huge points deduction, should be up there at the end, challenging your first game with like 8 first-team players willing to stick around, giving it their all because they've got nothing to lose 2-1, they'll be disappointed, obviously, but they'll be going, you know what? Everybody fought 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 nils here. We've done ourselves proud. Gutted we couldn't come away with something. So it was a really good start for them, and it was the start I expected, because the one thing that I think told Chris in that second half, we'll get to that obviously in a bit, was the lack of pre-season. I think they felt they had to get in front and maybe get a second goal to stand a chance of really seeing it out and getting something from it.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't realise this, Dave. They hadn't played a single pre-season game.
No. It's a sad situation for them, and you know, they did their fans proud, I think, and it wasn't until the sending off that we really took over. It was going to be 50-50 until then, and the fans are brilliant. I mean, I've got some good Sheffield Wednesday mates and over the years, and they're great. You know, they're trying to think who they're like, but they're the fans that just go for the crack as well. They want to win, of course they do, but they just have a good time, and that's how it should be, really. But yeah, they'll survive, because a club like that can't afford to go down.
No. 1,300 away fans, I think it was, Tom, and more fans outside. What I mean, it doesn't rain, but it pours, and I remember we had this one season. I mean, they don't have, you know, enough first teamers to field, you know, a starting lineup without any youth players in. They've now got 2 injuries that look like they could be long term, and they've got their best player, certainly as a leader, their best leader, Bannon. Is it 2 games he gets banned for? Because he's got second yellow. I mean, it's just gone from bad to worse, hasn't it, for them?
Yeah, I mean, but in some ways, I mean, I'll give them some credit over all that, because I think, like you said, no pre-season, right? No real warm-up into this. A lot of players have not been paid, including Bannon. But like you say, good leadership to go out there and try and take the game early to us, which they did do. And we had to obviously survive going 1-0 down and then fighting back to come and win it. And credit to them for that, because I think that shows a resilience. It shows you the effect of energy, because once again, go back to what I was saying about Woot Phase, your back's against the wall, the world's against you. And sometimes in life, you've got to find a way. And credit to them. I don't think they should come out today, even with the red card situation, because it was unfortunate. One was for dissent. It was nothing really. So I think take the positive
in the second half, mate.
Yeah. But yeah, I think take from that, Chris, a lot of positives from them today. I think that was a very good performance.
Yeah. I thought the tackle was unlucky, actually. I thought that could have gone either way.
In the old days, it never would have been a booking for either.
No, but they both went in at the same time, didn't they?
We will come on sorry, Dave. We'll come on to that when we come to the second half. We just want to finish the first half.
Oh, we're still on the first half, sorry.
We're still on the first half, yes.
I thought we jumped, my bad.
Keep up, mate. It's not even bloody started, Tom. Honestly, it doesn't take much distracting, does Dave? So,
I just look at the
Brad. 1-0 down after 25 minutes. It was a good goal. It said, and this wasn't me, but it said on the script, Coley, Thomas and Samari all missed a chance of getting a 50-50 tackle in. And then in the end, it came off Skip. And Tom said at half time, if it hadn't come off Skip, it probably would have been saved by Stilarczyk. Your thoughts on that first goal?
It was probably their hard effort warranting a bit of fortune, because Coley got a half a challenge in the build-up, and it bounced back to them, and then he tried to get it again, and they just snuck it past him. And then, you know, Samari tried to, you know, and then Thomas tried, and they couldn't quite get a blocking on it. And then, like you say, Chris, I mean, I do actually feel sorry for him, despite my disdain for him. I do feel sorry that he gets the one player that actually can get a block in it, deflects it past our goalkeeper, because it was going to be saved by Stilarczyk, who, compared to the Sheffield Wednesday keeper, actually had a pretty quiet game. Although he did make that fantastic save where he tipped it onto the post. If you needed reassurances that we were going to have a goalkeeper of good saving ability to carry us into the season, now Madsen's at West Ham, or will be soon, obviously. that save there was the one moment in the game you can go, yeah, okay. We're not going to have a Danny Ward 2.0 come out of the
If
woods.
he hadn't got the deflection in, would have probably been blaming him for not getting a tackle in or not attempting to get to the ball. It was at least he was showing an attempt to get there and defend. A couple of points before we get on to the second half. Michael Phipps says Sheffield Wednesday went down to 10 men, but we went down to 10 men when Daka came on. I've got to say Daka was damn unlucky with the header, and we will come on to that later. But like I say, Michael, everybody gets a fresh start. It's a new season. He didn't do anything particularly bad. Wasn't my donkey of the match or anything like that. Fair play to him. And what was the comment that was up earlier? Somebody said, "Oh yeah, Blue Fox was had to go. Thanks for popping in, Blue. One goal does not make Faze a hero. We've only had one game. You know what I mean? All we're judging players on is this game. That's all we've got to go on at the moment." But interestingly, at the end of the first half, there was boos, not as possibly as the players went off, but also when there was back passes. I don't know if you heard that at all, Dave, but when Leicester were getting the break, and we kept the ball, but as part of the attack, we had to make one pass back, and it was getting jumped on and booed by the fans.
I think that's history again, isn't it? Especially with JJ. I mean, he for an attacking player, he's very defensive. He plays the ball back a lot. And I think this is where it came from, Yeah. But I hope it doesn't continue like that because it's pretty dull. But then, we've got to be careful because we will get caught on the break a lot because we're not we're not the fastest. We're a bit quicker than we have been over the years.
Oh,
but,
God, yes.
Yeah, but we still got to be careful about that. So I get it. And that's the way football is now.
It's funny you should say that, Tom, because I've got here 47 minutes. Vestergaard got so slow to get back that Thomas overtook him.
Yeah, that's the downside of Vestergaard. It's like you've got to hide those negatives, haven't you? But but he scored a goal. So extra value for Vestergaard today. And once again, he did pretty well. But we'll learn these things along the way. I mean, the thing is, Chris, is like we're hearing a lot about individuals, but the thing that was better today, including those people, was the collective effort, which was a problem last year. I think last year there were individuals overplaying or underplaying, or there was a lack of connectivity. And I think today, to come back from being 1-0 down, and for players like Winks to come off the bench, and not we got to that point yet, but to make a difference. Yeah, much better in that regard. And to start with players like Vestergaard again and go maybe another redemption arc. Great.
I'm going to come to you on that point because that was my next question, Brad. And I've saved this one especially for you. Half time, Skip goes off, Winks comes on. I know Skip's not your favourite player, but then neither Winks is. Maybe he doesn't play the first half because he's too tired after his drive up from London. I don't know. I'm just asking for a friend. Your thoughts on that substitution?
It was needed. It was definitely needed. I think, and I'm going to say this here. I wouldn't have minded which one of them came off, whether it was Samari or Skip. We just needed that fresh blood in the midfield. We know from 2 seasons ago what Winks can do in the Championship. I did say when we signed him, remember me saying about the Spurs fan who said, "Can we swap him for Maddison?" I said only in the Championship, and it came to fruition. We know he can unlock defences. I think it was a bit eccentric of the lady to give him man of the match. Just if there was performances out there that I thought were a bit better, but he was definitely in the talking point. But it was needed, Chris, because what he gives you is that he does have that ability to create space, or he runs into the space to drag players towards him, to ironically give our players space that we can get in. And that was key to us taking over that game just before, and then obviously naturally because of the red card. I think that helped. He did do that well.
Dave, let's look at that. Just bear with me a second, guys. I'm not sure how I'm going to get this in, but I've got a couple of probably very drunk Leicester fans that are going to join us now. One of them will be very happy because he's flown miles and miles and miles and seen a Leicester win. The other one will be very happy because his love child got onto the pitch today. Bear with me, guys, if I might have to take a couple of you out for this, so just bear with me 1 second. Are you all right to do? Yeah, there you go. Bad's just popped out. So let me add these two miscreants in here. Gentlemen, how happy are you two?
Hello, Chris. Hello, fellas.
Hello there.
Guys.
I'm sure you both got huge smiles on your face. But just to round up things, because I haven't gone to the second half yet, but a great win, great 3 points. That wouldn't have happened last season, we were saying.
Good.
No, I don't think it would have done. Slow first half. The substitutions made a massive difference, and I've got quite a sore voice actually from shouting.
And he was shouting, and I will agree. I think that slow first half, but whatever Marty said at halftime, or definitely the substitutes did the trick. They came on, and we owned the second half. Granted, there was we were a man up as we scored the last goal, but I just we definitely dominated the second half.
Sometimes it's harder to score against 10 men, isn't it? You know, because they would have taken the point at that point, and no pun intended, and put everybody behind.
Chris, it's not hard to score against 10 men if your name is Wout Fass.
Hey,
You missed the hairdo in respect of him. I honoured him. I honoured the god that is Wout Fass. His post will be up on my bedroom ceiling tonight.
Have we discovered the new Morgan and Huth, Chris?
Oh,
well, I wouldn't go that far. Let's just say, but who needs Mongo when you got defenders that can score? Wayne?
Well, listen. How many people? You show me somebody who had Vestergaard and Wout Fass on their score sheet. You show me that person.
No, I'm still mad they only got 2 goals because I went down for 3-1. Oops. And they've gone. They may be back. Who knows? In the meantime, thanks to I'm glad they had a good time. Jim's come all the way over from Florida. And yeah, hang on, no, they are back. They went, but they are back from outer space. You went, lads.
So we sent you a video. We sent you a video with our man of the match. Did you get that?
I have, but I can't play it because I can't hear the sound on the other system. But please do give me your man of the match, gentlemen.
Bill El Canoes. Full on 90 minutes. Influential. Yeah, he was. When you watch the match live, Chris, he was everywhere getting tackles in. And there are 1 or 2 other people that have brilliant games, but he's the one for me. And I think if we lose him, we are in trouble.
Jim, are you the same?
No, for me, I like Jordan Ayew. I thought he played a full 90+ minutes. He was all over the field. I thought he won the ball back so many times.
Yay!
Jim just got tackled by Jordan Ayew.
Yeah. Yes. Or El Canoes has fallen over them out of shock. I don't know if I'd agree with both of those. We'll bring Brad back in a minute, just in case they're able to get back in. But going on to that second half, yeah, we were mixing the corners up, weren't we? Oh, hang on. We see the circle of death. I think we're going to have to leave it. I'm just asking this question. We were mixed, and I said this at half time. It was good to see the corners getting mixed up, wasn't it? Dave?
Yeah, it was, Chris. I thought at first maybe because we don't know who the corner taker is. Okay.
No. So I was saying hold on to Jim.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so we weren't sure who was going to take them. But Jordan Ayew is not a number 9, so there's no problem with him taking them. But yeah, you need to mix them up. That's the important thing.
And the thing is, Dave, he's been bloody good at taking them.
Yes, indeed, he has. And this is what problem we had last year. we were too obvious. You know, we were doing the same thing all the time, and teams know. You know, so we really have to mix it up this year, and we'll catch them by surprise. And I think this Marty's the right guy for that. The Rangers fans loved him, and then he got a bit boring later on. But I think he'll be okay here.
Would you agree with that? I mean, I'm looking at that and just looking at the in-game management. He was shouting from the bench. He was giving instructions from the bench. He made the substitutions, I believe, at the right times. And I mean, I'm just like, my God, have we struck gold here?
Isn't it like a repeat of the Coventry win we had at Enzo? We were 1-0 down, we came back and won 2-1.
Yeah,
and it's literally like the exact same game again, repeated history from 2 years ago. So I think, ironically, you said as well that, you know, the QPR fans also said to a point you got a bit stale. Didn't Enzo get that same sort of accusations from the fan base as well? So, no, I'm very encouraged, Chris. I'm very encouraged because I think ultimately we got the team we got. We're not going to be able to sell them for many, many millions. You might get a £2 million offer here or there for so-and-so or whatever else. But I think, you know, we've got to make the best of what we got. We've got to make the best cake with the best ingredients. And I think that's what he has brought. And I think today kind of proves that.
Yeah. Can I just say that is Brad in the top corner? That isn't me trying to bring a porn stream up these days.
Hi, Brad.
Brad, your signal is all over the place. You look like you're in a police line up and they pixelated you. Oh, you're back. Hello, sir.
Yeah.
For a moment, people were saying I was trying to get porn up.
Well, you know, as long as you're age verified. No, it's because I'm on my phone because I haven't got the internet sorted quite yet here. So apologies if I start doing head movements like this and breaking up.
Look, the whole thing was, and we passed back a couple of times. I mean, come on, that's going to happen. You've got to if you want to keep possession. But overall, the play from Leicester, we were the better team. We deserved the win. And fair play to Sheffield Wednesday. They came and they gave us a goal. Gave us a game, and if it had been a draw, all right, maybe that would have been fair. But we were playing so well. We were actually finding each other with passes. Do you remember last season? You know, it used to be like watching your son play on FIFA when you think he's going to pass and he kicks out. You know, that was what Besiktas have got to get used to with Ndidi. But the whole performance was good.
When Winks came on.
Was. Well, I don't think just Winks made the influence. I think you saw, because I think you saw throughout the team there seemed a connection. And again, I've only been able to see dribs and drabs of the pre-season games. So I've watched the highlights, and it's been like that all the way through. And it's almost played with a bit of swagger without the arrogance to it. It just seemed natural to them to link up open spaces. For a bit in that second half, in that first half. They doubled up on him, and it's like they went, "Okay, Gaffer, which plan book are we going to?" You know, we've been screaming out for a plan B. Well, I think he's got a plan B, C, D, and E for all areas of the pitch. It's not just a plan B in general. It's like, okay, yeah, they are marking Fatou out of the game, so here's what we're going to do. And you saw him cutting inside, getting down to the byline, putting in dangerous crosses. It did look really good, and a couple of interesting stats for you. One is a true fact, and one will just make you laugh. True fact is Leicester have now made it 7 consecutive seasons, that's Premier League included as well, where they have not lost the opening game of the season. Right. It was 6 before this one. This one now has taken us to 7 consecutive opening games without suffering a defeat. Also, Chris, you made the XG laugh and joke about not having an XG throughout the whole of Ruud van Nistelrooy's era. Well, we had 23 shots today. I don't think we had that in the entire spell of Ruud van Nistelrooy.
Can I just say, and I've got witnesses here, Dave, Tom, you are witness to this. Brad is quoting stats at me.
That'll get a chuckle and a rise out. Yeah, I saw it on the telly.
I wasn't letting that go. You never ever say you don't like stats again, young man.
No.
Talk us through the first goal,
There you
Tom.
go. There's your 2 stats of the day from me.
Tom, free kick.
Yeah.
It was low. Went into Vestergaard. Now, look, normally we're saying like Vestergaard and he did miss a header, sort of, I think, whether it was before or after that. But,
yeah,
I mean, he was in the right place at the right time. It was a bit of a Chloe Kelly toe poke, but, well, he did what he had to do, didn't he?
Well, you make your own luck, Chris, don't you? And that's the point of it. And we made our own luck from a set piece, which is what we've been screaming out for ages. And I'll tie us into what was being said about the stuff about the halftime booing. And that was, I think a lot of it wasn't, how the team had played bad. It was more the negative football of not being willing to get forward and try and take chances and just retaining possession too much and being too negative, which had led us to so many bad results last season. So I think, great example of what happens there with what happens when you take some accountability and push yourself forward. And so really happy for Vestergaard. However you put it in the back of the net, be it with your head, your leg, your knob, whatever, get it in the back of the net like he did there. Fantastic job. Redemption SSS Vestergaard, everyone.
So what you're saying is basically that in the pre-match drinks, they all need to take a Viagra. But we haven't got VAR, so we don't have to worry about it sticking out and being offside.
Not at all. I don't think your penis classifies it as part of the line. It's fine.
But if it goes in off a penis, is it classed as a good header?
Fair enough.
Actually,
glad you didn't cock that up.
I tried my best not to balls it up either.
Dave, let's get some sense.
I'm just thinking about the next line here.
Don't think too much. You made a good point, and Brad disagreed with you, that's Brad for you. But you made a good point, which I thought a little bit, and also the lady on Sky said as well. And whether you should have female commentators commentating on the men's game when they complain about men commentating on the women's game is another matter. But we've got very woke, channels in this country, haven't we? He's been ticking boxes, as they say. Anyway, that's my personal moan. But Winks did make a difference, Dave.
He did, definitely. Although, say, if we'd have had VAR, we'd have probably had that goal disallowed, because there's a question as to whether he touched it when it came across from the free kick. But even so, I must say, Vestergaard, what feet. For an 8-foot guy, he's got terrific feet. Shit header, but great feet. I mean, it's tremendous.
I know that's probably the header that just went wide was probably the best header he's done in 4 seasons at Leicester.
Yeah, he should have done Peter Crouch and got his foot to it. But with Winks, what I noticed, I mean, not last year, obviously, but the year before, was balls are played into him to be played out straight away. We're a lot quicker. We've got people around him all the time. He knows where to put it. Now, it wasn't quite that good in the second half, but it could be. And I don't have anything against Skip. I'm not sure what he actually did wrong in that first half, but Winks is much more creative, and that's what we need. We need something a little bit special.
Sorry, I'm just laughing at where Brad's...
Me too.
Frozen.
It's like Jess just patted him on the back.
I'm sorry. That's making me giggle.
That's his Tinder profile picture.
Yes. Right, you know what? Just for your own sanity. There you are. You get a bot now.
I got used to Brad freezing on me last year, so it was not. That was
normal. I've written down here, Brad, up to 60 minutes. Tom did it. I will come to Tom with this one. After 60 minutes, I've written down here, this is more like the Leicester City I was expecting.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. Because they will be a lot more positive, Chris, weren't they? Yeah. Yeah. So I think it was, like I said before, we're learning quickly, which we kind of got to do. It was nice to see us have them penned into their half. But even better than that, it was nice when we started speeding the game up and started trying to break through and win those set pieces, like I'd been screaming out for. Get some more set pieces on this team, looking very vulnerable as soon as we pop one in from the corner or a free kick. So, I think that's the great thing about it. I mean, it's amazing how when you're in a period under a manager where you're lacking a lot of what's the word? I guess fire. You're lacking a lot of, any sort of desire to really make something happen on the pitch. How you kind of get jaded by it.
Yeah,
And I
sorry
think
about that. That was Marty just ringing me asking for my opinion on the performance.
Oh, bless him. Well, you say, like I say, we're all giving him his flowers today because this is what we wanted in a manager anyway. And he's walked up to the plate, Chris, wanting the job as well, more so than Danny Rowe wanted it. And fair play to him. He's making it something special, and hopefully it'll be a special year.
I mean, you've not been with us for a while, Dave. Do you think we dodged a bullet when we didn't get Roll?
Yeah, definitely. Or any of the others that were mentioned, because I think to have experienced managers coming in, they're not just experienced; they're stuck in their ways. And I've not seen any that were available that inspire me, really. But this guy, purely for what he did at QPR in the early days, because as I say, living in Surrey, I have a lot of mates that are QPR fans, and they go every week, and they were going mental about it. They thought promotion was coming, and the way, and not just that, the way they were playing. And the guy's only had about 3 games, hasn't he, to settle in, and not 2 serious games there. This was the first serious game he's really had. And to be able to change it was so nice to watch. Not seen that for a long time. Even with, clap hands, he never. If things were going wrong, he never changed it, did he? He never changed.
You can get a cream for that now, Dave.
Indeed. So I was excited, and I'll tell you what. My thoughts on Daka, and it's a clean sheet. When he came on, I thought it made Ayew a much better player because he dropped back, didn't he? Ayew, and I thought he looked a brilliant player there in that central behind. Well, he used to play behind Vardy, didn't he? And then if Daka can just get a couple of goals to get his confidence going, Ayew will be a great player. He's not a number 9; he's a number 10, and that made a big difference as well.
It did. Brad, a couple of subs came on, 67 minutes. LTiDtv went off. And then Monga came on, obviously, Wayne had to get the tissues out. But Akoli went off and FaZe came on. Like I say, he was booed when he came on. I don't know, had Akoli done anything wrong, or was it just a case of freshening it up?
I don't think he'd done anything wrong, but I think what we've learned over the years with Wout FaZe, and we have had to say this on a few occasions, he loves trying to do it, channel in his inner Matt Elliott, doesn't he? He loves to get forward with the ball, and I think Akoli is quite good on his feet naturally. Rude didn't think so, but I thought so. He was good on his feet, but he's one of them that gives the ball to the midfielders and stays where he is and only goes up for corners. I know FaZe scored from a corner, but you feel like he's an extra body in that midfield that allows Winks to be a bit more free in that middle of the park. But I think it was a little tweak in the tactic change. And to go back to what Dave was saying about Daka, I really like what I saw with Daka today. I know he didn't do a lot on the ball, apart from that chance. It was a very good chance, and he was unlucky. But Mong coming on, I will say this. If there is a little blot, and I don't like to pick it, especially because it's the first game of the season, it's very hard to be mad at anybody for not giving 100% or not being at 100%. But if you're looking at somebody who didn't quite take advantage of that turning pressure from Leicester, LTiDtv was maybe a bit unfortunate to miss out on it, but he didn't have his greatest performance on that side of things.
No, I think Fatawu of the two wingers was the better one, and showed a lot of skill. He really, sometimes he was like, you're thinking like he is going to do a Maradona and run past every single player. Yellow card for Sheffield Wednesday, Bannon after 70 minutes. And I've got it here, Tom Winks was getting involved, Fatawu was good. And then Bannon went and got his second yellow card, which is a red card, obviously. Last thing Sheffield Wednesday in their situation need. Was it a red? Or a second yellow, I mean?
No. It was a 50-50. The reason he got it was because his last foot, whichever one it was, went over into Winks' thigh. Now, that's momentum. He didn't kick out at him. Not intent. I don't think so anyway. I think it's just the tackle. They both came in. Winks got it first, and that's what caused the card. Also, it should have been if he did it on purpose, it should have been a straight red. There shouldn't have been a yellow.
Yeah, I don't think it was a straight red, in fairness.
No, it wasn't. Well, no, it wasn't. But it should have been for that sort of challenge if it had been fouled. And I don't think it was.
Do you think, though, Tom, that his foot was high? Yes, he got to the ball, but his foot was still high. And it could have done Winks some damage.
I think Winks sold it quite well, mate. I think if he was a pro wrestler in WWE, he'd do quite well for himself. Because I think actually, if he hadn't sold it and rolled around a little bit, I think the referee would have probably gone, well, it was a 50-50 ball, actually, which is what it looked like to me. And Winks went sliding in first. So it wasn't as if it wasn't without precedent. So I think the game's bloody soft nowadays. I think in the women's game that wouldn't be blown up for anything. I think it was pretty daft, really, actually. But unlucky for them. That's why I mean I don't think they can get too worried about the sending off itself, because I don't think Bannon overstepped any line. I think he showed the level of passion and leadership you want from a club in Sheffield Wednesday's position right now.
Brad, we have been linked with their keeper, Charles.
Yes.
On that performance, I would say go and get him.
Well, I said to Jess, I said, if you pick an opposition man of the match, and I think man of the match should have the opportunity to go to a player on a losing side if they play so well, because he really did eventually stop the cricket score. That El Canoes chance, Ayo had a few, that brilliant save from Daka's chance again. Just to note, I just feel that had we not got Jakob and Asmir, I think he would be an ideal keeper. But that is a very good goalkeeper who deserves to be playing first-team football. It would be just as unfair to bring him in to be a number 2 to Jakob as it would be to bring him in and tell Jakob, oh, thanks for the memories, mate, but we're actually going to replace you based on one performance. I think if Sheffield Wednesday have any chance of staying up, they're going to need their version of Mads in goal for them, because he was a very good goalkeeper, made some very good saves. If they've got any chance of staying up, he's got to be their goalkeeper, and it'd be very unfair on Jakob to get shouldered out after all the work.
No. What I'm saying, let me come to you on this, Dave, because I said this to Tom at half time. What I'm saying is that I think Stolarczyk, if Mads had stayed, I would have had Stolarczyk as number 1 anyway. I think he is the better keeper than Mads. Berkovic, we've got the experience, and maybe he'll go on and be a coach. But he is the Japokovic and Schwarzer sort of keeper. Where, look, let's say Stolarczyk got injured in this game and he had to come off after 60 minutes. And Berkovic came on for the last bit of the game. I'd be fine with that. If he then wasn't fit enough for Tuesday's game and Berkovic had to play that, I'd be fine with that. But if Stolarczyk, let's say, does an ACL and he's out, for most of the season, probably all of the season, would you be happy with Berkovic in goal? Because I wouldn't be. Not for that length of time.
Well, I've not seen him playing goal for years, so I wouldn't know. No. Has he played in goal for years?
He didn't play last season for Everton. He did play QPR before that.
Yeah. No. He's also played for Cifuentes at QPR, so if anyone knows if he's capable or not in this division, it would be him.
He did, but I mean, the QPR fan that did me a recording about it when we signed him, then do not have him as your number 1. He will cost you goals.
Yeah.
Because he did for Sheffield Wednesday. And I just don't think, would you have been happy with Japokovic as the number 1 for long term? He's great as a number 3, but not as a number 2. I'm sorry. And I think that goalkeeper that we saw today, absolutely brilliant. Apparently, it's us, Swansea and Preston that are all after it.
Do you think he'd come to Leicester as a second choice?
I think he would, because I think what's happening at Sheffield Wednesday.
Well, he gets paid, doesn't he?
And yeah, exactly. I understand what Barry Bannon, his loyalty and what have you, but a lot of players have walked out from that club. You know.
Yeah.
Tom, redemption time. Corner comes in. Bout phase. Absolutely just had the freedom of the opposition box. I mean, where their defenders were, they just did not pick him up. I mean, let's be honest with you. It's not like you can't miss him.
No, exactly. A lot of padding for that header, Chris, wasn't it? And there was no one there.
There we go. Look, he's running across now. Look, there you go.
Unbelievable. No, what a moment for him, though, mate.
To talk, Mr. Bond? No, I expect you to give me a blowjob. No, but you know what I mean.
Sorry, ladies.
You've definitely got a kink for Woot phase, yeah.
He means us.
But no, look, I mean, it was poor defending.
Yeah.
Yes, we were down to 10 men, but they should have been given some instructions how to cover that. That was a great header, wasn't it? And like I say earlier, one swallow doesn't make a summer. That's probably, after what I just said, the wrong expression. I knew I was telling Dave that we're getting all serious, isn't it?
Yeah, you told me you'd gone all serious.
Just that one show, mate. But no, it was, I mean, if he can do that, and I got to say, fair play to him, because that was like to the crowd, wasn't it, Tom?
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, this is what I was getting to in the pre-match. It's the point of, like, look, he's not had a good time with us. He's not really played that well, and he can do better. But ultimately, at this level, Chris, he is going to be head and shoulders above the average player in the Championship. And that's exactly what he has been. And look, he finds the space, and that was the most easiest goal he's probably had in his career. And he scored harder ones for us. So, no, credit to him, and long may it continue. And, I think that's the right way for him to do his business for this football club, is to, if people are against him, keep turning up and doing things like that and showing that, he's got the belief in himself to make something of himself here.
Yes. Right, we will round it up, but what I'm going to do is I have got the official man of the match. I don't know how this will work out, so just bear with me. In fact, I tell you what I've got first. I'm just going to nip you out again, Brad. I'm sorry.
Still on it.
I'm going to bring, and this will get Dave excited, and much, much better looking than Brad.
Hello. Well, we got there in the end.
Oh, it's not coming.
Really good win. It was a potential banana skin, as I said, anyway. So it was good to avoid that one and get a win on the board. I think we're always going to look a bit rusty and a bit nervy because it's the first game of the season, and we're always going to look like that, really. It's a nervy start. We've had a terrible season last season where confidence was on the floor, so I'm glad that we came through it. I think the last 15 minutes after we took the lead, we played some amazing stuff. Jordan Ayew, where have some of those runs been? His energy was unbelievable, and his efforts at goal deserved a goal in the end, really. Bilal was great. I thought Jeremy Monga did really well when he came on, and Harry Winks changed the game a bit in the middle of the park, and I think that's just solidified the fact that he needs to start. He's just what makes everything tick. And who thought Woot Fast would come in and save the day? I certainly didn't. So yeah, team performance I think was a 7, and I'm going for my man of the match as Bilal El-Khanis.
Thank you very much, Kate. Just forgot that. You're right, Dave.
I'm starstruck. Still on the BBC, is she?
Oh, well, yeah, that's the sore point with her and me at the moment.
Oh, okay.
We both are, but I don't know. Yes, it's a little bit dodgy.
Ooh.
Well, she's gone 7 and El-Khanis. Dave, let's stick with performance first of all. Out of 10, what did your performance get for that showing?
Well, actually, I totally agree with both of those. Only because of the first half, I should have done an 8. But the first half brought it down to a 7 for me. And El-Khanis, to me, he was on fire. He was buzzing. I noticed Sky picked Harry Winks, I think.
They did.
For half a game's not bad, is it? But you could have picked Jordan Ayew as well for the second half, when again he did start coming back a bit more and not just to collect the ball and pass, but to hold up. But I think El Canoes, for his passion and for the amount of tackles he put in and chasing around, I think I'd go with that one.
Interestingly here, for the 10 minutes since the red card, sorry, no, not 10 minutes, sorry, 5, when was the red card? 75. So about 5-6 minutes since the red card, after the red card, Leicester City had 36 passes, Sheffield Wednesday had 1. We were really on top at that point. Thompson, is you here? Your performance in man of the match?
I was going to go 6.5. I was going to knock off an extra 0.5. Oh, you getting angry about the 0.5?
He messes his charts up.
We don't do 0.5s at this point.
All right, okay. If the other people did it before,
Put that fucking fence. Get it out your horse and give it a score.
Right. 7. Exactly the same as everyone else. A 7 then. That's not a problem. I was going to knock off an extra half for the fact we went 1-0 down, but we still managed to fight back and, win the game. So, and I think ultimately the energy was better. The team was better. Individuals were better. All of it was better. That's what we've been looking for a long time. Man of the match, I will go controversial. Why not? Because I think AU was probably the best, but I'll go for Vestergaard as he shot me with the goal and also played very well. So Yannick Vestergaard.
Ooh. Brad,
team performance.
Yeah, he's still with us, Brad.
I am still with you. All this talk about Paul, but I think Paul Tom's got an erection over Vestergaard. Hatred wanks on its way.
I thought he was going to give 5, Brad. Let's be honest.
Yeah, well, to be fair, I was waiting for it. I thought first of the season, here comes Tom with his 5. No, I think 7's a fair shout for the performance. You balance out that first half, it gets to about 5 because it was a good performance. It wasn't like we got lucky and won it. We were the better team in that second half, and really, the tired legs, the lack of preseason, whatever you want to account it down to, gave us the edge in the end. My man of the match actually hasn't got a mention for the majority of the show, or not since I've come on. Somebody who has
you dare say Safari and I'm sacking you, mate.
No, don't be silly. I'm not that daft. Someone whose trickery, endeavour, his ability to get past 2 or 3 players, and just show the tricks and trade that we've seen all pre-season from him as well. He's going to have this division for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then twice for a snack on a Sunday. Abdul Fatawu, because he ran himself and Sheffield Wednesday ragged. When they cut off his options, he found a new supply and kept going. Honestly, he went under the radar because there were such good performances throughout. IU was second because where did we get Prime Pele from? With that one where he took it past 3 of them and kept going. But yeah, for me, it's Fatawu. I thought he showed us what he can do in this division, and why neutral fans are worried that he's going to rip this division to shreds, because that was impressive.
Well, before I give you mine, I'll give you Alan's, which is
Well face. We all know it, Chris. Come on, get the wig out. Get the wig out for the lads.
Some things don't change, Dave, and one of those is Brad.
Oh, I know.
He's gone, which I think rather harshly. Alan, who does my official ones, obviously, is at the match, has gone 6 for the performance. And
We want Alan out.
You won't, because he's man of the match, Fatawu.
Oh, legend, Alan. Oh, he's always talking sense, yeah. That's where 6. Top bloke, that Alan. 10 more years.
I've got to say, I didn't think that first half was as bad as you guys, and everybody's been saying. I thought we did all right in the first half. Yes, we were a goal down, but we would not have played that well under Rude, and that's what I'm judging this on. Even though we went in at 1-0 down, it's going to happen. These people that think we're going to win every single game 5, 6, 7-0 come into reality, because it's not. It's going to be hard. Sheffield Wednesday were never going to be easy. They were fighting for their pride today, and it showed. And that's something we didn't do last season. That Sheffield Wednesday side played a hell of a lot better than 95% of our performances last season. So I'm going to go with an 8 for the performance. I think it deserved an 8. I think in the second half we ruled the game. We did. Just not Mr. 6.5. You.
That could be a compliment.
Hey, I'll take it, mate. I'll take it right now.
That's why Chris is overcompensating with his hater.
Yeah.
No, I think as an overall performance, I can say that first half we were 1-0 down, but we were not out of the match. We were playing well. It was a deflection that took it past the goalkeeper. Did we deserve to be down? No. Would a 0-0 at half-time been fair? I think so. For my man of the match, I was so teetering on the brink of giving it to Ayew. I mean, that shot that he had in about the 99th minute and it was saved again. And he kind of looked, and as they said on the commentary, what do I have to do to score? He was literally, I mean, how many times did we see players do that again last season? And if they did, certainly not getting it on target. It was such a close, it was literally a piece of toilet paper between these two. And I hate to say this, because I'm going to agree with somebody here.
Yeah.
I'm going to agree with... Calm down, Tom. Calm down. I'm going to agree with Brad and go Fatawu, I'm afraid. I think he looked up for it in a way that Mavididi didn't. I understood Mavididi being taken off. I didn't. I don't think it was Wayne. No, Wayne's in. I don't think that first half was turgid at all. Maybe because expectations were so high. Look, we just beat a European Italian team. Expectations were up here. We'd only lost one game to Cologne. We were, everybody was saying it's going to be 5-6-0. It was never going to happen, and I think that's probably why it was bad. That first half, we were not out of the game. We got more possession than they had. We'd had more shots than they had. We'd had more shots on goal than they had. We were on top on everything. But they'd put the ball in the back of the net. We hadn't at that point. But no, Fatawu for me is if we can keep him fit, my God, he's going to scare some of those defences this season, But
I think what you said about Mavididi, Chris, has been applicable for about a year and a half now. I think he, he's been so predictable. He's also lacked a lot of energy, or appeared to lack energy, and I think that showed in the first half, and that was a disappointing thing. They were there for the taking, but he just didn't do it. Yeah. That's what the guys were saying, that a lot of players didn't perform in that first half. Even though we were, probably as good as they were, but it just didn't seem right to me.
Do you not think, though, that what we had to do in that first half, it happened at the start, they were always going to come at us.
Oh, God,
they were always. They were going to come at us, and we had to wait our time. And basically,
first games of the season are always, it's always tough. First game of the season, always tough.
And that 1-0, I'm not saying it was against the run of play, but look, they hit the post, but that was actually a good save by Stolarczyk. But I think we're going to have games like that where we're going to have to put our backs up against the backs up against the ball to start with. Paul says he'd give Wednesday keeper man of the match. It's a fair shout. When we do our man of the match, it's always for Leicester City. We don't even consider the opposition. Right, just before we go, you can see across the bottom there, your next show is tomorrow night, 6 o'clock. Brad will be getting his board out for the ladies and showing us his tactics. That's his nickname for them anyway. Jessa said it's tic-tacs, but, I'm not going to go down that route at all. Hi, Brad. 6 o'clock tomorrow. Join us for the review. The other thing, of course, you can see it there. BetMate, we're doing this show in partnership with BetMate. There is a link on our X page and our Facebook group. It is betting, and betting never an answer for any money troubles. And when the fun stops, but it isn't betting like you know it. It's betting, Jim, but not as we know it. It's not betting on the game. It's betting against your mates. That's the difference. You bet against your mates. And you can get into a draw to win, like I say, a £500 cash pot. There's a link on the X and a link on Facebook. Go and click it, and it'll take you through to the Leicester Till I Die link as well. Look, Dave's on it already. He's writing it down. Thanks so much. I'll message you, Dave, about Tuesday because we're playing Huddersfield on Tuesday.
There's a game, isn't there? Yeah, so
there is indeed. There is indeed. Thank you very much for joining us, all three of you.
Yeah, nice to see you, boys.
Cheers, boys.
It's nice to have you back. Anybody that's in the chat, you've still got time to smash the likes, subscribe, click that notification bell. I will put chapters in this so you know where each bit is as we go along. If you're watching on catch up, though, you can always stick your comments in below. I will see you tomorrow at Monday. From Tom, from Dave, from Brad, and from me. Have a great weekend. I'm looking oh no, we don't have match of the day 2 now, do we? Bugger.
We're going to win the league. Come on, guys.
Yeah. Calm down. We were saying that at the start, and we went into half time 1-0 down, Tom. Take care, guys. Thank you very much. All the best. I'll see you tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Good night.
Cheers, boys.
Thanks for watching. These videos are tremendous. You better like them too, or I'll be back.
This podcast is proud to be part of the TalkSport Fan Network. TalkSport. Powered by fans.
That will conclude this evening's entertainment.